All right, so here we are for one last time. Take it away, Dale.
Getting all teary-eyed. This is the Married Man Show with Married Man Jack, divorced guy, Warm Taffy, and no longer in Studio West, in person. I can't believe it. Jeez, Jay. I mean, who cuts your hair? I mean, come on.
Floby.
Jay
Come
is in the
on.
house.
Bad Floby.
Here comes, what's the Mr. The one around Christmas? The red.
Mr. Red Miser.
Yeah,
Mr.
Red Miser.
Mr.
Red Miser hair.
Mr. He
All right.
Christmas.
Yeah,
He's
that's the
Mr.
one.
Sun.
Oh, man.
We're all together for one last go round.
One last go round. So the people playing at home, one of the listeners came up with a perfect title for the last episode, and this title is going to be Dale's Happy Ending.
Ah, my happy ending.
Yeah.
I like that. I always like a happy ending.
So yes, we are here live from Studio OG Studio.
Are these people in chat?
Those are the people in chat right
in
now.
the chat.
I see Angry Christmas over there. I'm going to try and log into it.
Hey,
Actually,
Christmas.
Jack, if you could pause the video so that way we're not wasting
Valuable airtime.
valuable streaming capabilities. But feel free
capabilities.
to comment along in the chat. We will be reading out those comments as we go along here.
JP, hopefully Dale's happy ending isn't quick.
To comment along.
Too late.
I could leave now, and that would still make me happy. So, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
So we're very excited. This was actually one of the Patreon levels that we had. But since Dale was leaving, I figured we might as well do one live kickoff send off here.
Might as well splooge one more time.
Yes, splooge.
All right.
Hey, did you watch the Oscars last night?
I did not. I was watching a basketball game or hockey game at work. They wanted hockey or
Yeah,
something.
there's a difference between basketball and hockey.
Well, we flipped it over. It was a basketball game, and then we ended up being, was it Blue
Did you watch the
Jackets
Oscars,
versus
Jay?
somebody?
I did not. I was watching Mr. Robot. I was watching 8 episodes of Mr. Robot.
We got it. We had it recorded,
Uh-huh.
and so we had the add the extension because we were watching Billions, and I'd go watch a Mr. Robot episode. Then we'd watch 30 minutes of the fast forward through the Oscars, and then Morgan Freeman comes out to name Best Picture, and he goes, and the Oscar goes to.
Oh, and it cut off.
He just stops, and I go, lovely.
Yeah. Well, because it went too long. The thing goes to like 12. I was rooting for Sly Stallone. He didn't
Yeah,
win.
my
so I
good
was
friend
like,
Sly. I
whatever.
was rooting for him.
I was kind of over it.
It literally cut off. That was it.
It stopped because
Wow.
it had to be. I needed a 1 minute longer.
You didn't do the little. It's like an add-on.
I
you can
added the
do?
extension. It wasn't long enough.
You need to add like an
Oh.
extension on the extension.
I needed 18 inches, and I didn't quite have it.
Well, and from both sides. So
But I did like Chris Rock's opening. Did you see the opening?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Very funny, very good.
But yeah.
Anyway, but that's it.
So yes, we are here for Dale's last episode, and the internet. We might have broken the internet with us saying Dale was hanging up the is a podcasting mic. Is that hanging up the podcasting?
Pod fading.
Pod fading, drifting away into the abyss of podcasting.
it's funny. I told Kimmy about your suggestion, and she goes, "Oh, that's a great idea." And I looked at her like, "No, I really don't want to keep doing this." What?
Oh, where you record from there?
You're gonna podcast again with Kimmy, and
Oh, with podcast with Kimmy.
yeah,
Oh.
she like, "Oh, that's a fabulous idea," and I'm like. I mean, I got in trouble the other day. It's like, because she talked about the Oscars, and she said, "Oh, well, what was the Mad Max won all kinds of different awards?" And I go, "Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. That was a good movie." And she goes, "You saw it?" Because and she's like, "Well, when did you see it?" And I'm like, well, it was like not going to be in the theaters anymore. I think Blue Ridge gets it after that for like the $2 movies. And I said, I saw it at Blue Ridge like 2 months afterwards, or 2 or 3 months after it came out. She goes, "Well, what else did you do that I don't know about?"
Dale's Magazine, Bride and Groom.
No, I brought that over for Kimmy. Wanted to give that to Kayla. So.
Kayla. So you got in trouble.
Anyways, I got in trouble for watching a movie without her.
Yes,
Is it-
movie
but is it
cheating.
like-
is
Come
it a
on.
movie she would want to see?
Not really, no.
So
see,
I've got a similar one, and I hate
yeah.
it when your significant others do this because
Yeah,
I
but-
wanted to see
yeah.
Creed really bad.
Yeah.
right,
And so I had the day off, and Colleen was at work. I was
right.
like, perfect. I'll go to the movies on my day off.
Get the ticket stubs out of the pants or out of the jacket. Make sure you
But
burn them.
It used to be you had to get the lipstick off the collar.
Man, you can't just leave it in your vehicle either. You've got to
But
burn it, outside the theater.
You got to pay in cash, leave no trail, no
No
paper trail.
Exactly. No credit card
But
trail.
no, so I made the mistake of telling her, hey, I'm going to go see Creed this afternoon. It's like, what? I wanted to see Creed. And I was like, no, you didn't. I said I wanted. And you're like, meh. And then I said, well, let's watch the first Rocket movie. Then I'll get you in the mood. Man, I don't want to watch it. And then when I say I'm going to go do it, she's all mopey about it and how we really, she doesn't really, or she really wants to see it now.
So what else have you done without me?
Well, so then it was like, fine, I won't see the movie. So I didn't see the movie. And then the next week when we were able to see a movie, she's like, no, I don't really want to see Creed. And I was like, God dang it, I could have seen Creed. You were just jealous I was going to the movies without you.
Yeah. And I've never seen Creed, so
Creed is
I can't see that.
It was
Creed is
fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's what everybody said.
Michael B.
I never
Jordan
saw
should have been
that one.
nominated, but of course he was nominated in the wrong year.
And I kid Kimmy. She's wonderful, and if she's listening, I love you very much.
She can listen live. She can watch it live.
I know, but
So send her the link.
well, I don't know what her link is. What's her link?
The link is.
Oh, she's watching. What's today? Monday. Bachelor is on. So
that's exciting.
that's yeah. I'm not into the Bachelor.
See, Sydney, I have a deal. I watch one. I'll go to one of her movies. She watches one of my movies. That's how it works.
That's good.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Tonight we're gonna rent what's the one with the Catholic Church?
Oh, Spotlight. Well, that one
Spotlight.
for Best Picture.
Yeah,
Well, I
that
found
one.
out later. That one for Best Picture. What your mom wanted to see that when it was out, and I said, "Yeah, we'll go see it. We'll go see it." And it's one of those things just never go see. But I want to see what's his name, Greenpeace guy. I want to see his movie and
Greenpeace guy.
Sean Penn.
No.
Caprio?
Yeah, I want to see his movie. I'm a fan of his. I like his movies.
Why is he Greenpeace guy? Oh, because he did the whole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I found funny because I believe 100% that he believes in what he's saying. I think he's 100% behind it. He honestly believes it. I think he practices what he preaches.
Yeah.
But those people in the audience go, "Oh, you're right. Oh, you're so right." Getting in their limousines and going back to their $4 billion square foot houses that are not green and stuff like that. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. I get,
man.
I'm the one trying to find an electric car that I can afford, want to get solar panels and stuff like that.
So you're saying I'm the one really trying to be green. You guys are just fake.
Oh, they said that, they get in the audience. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God. I just like how Chris Rock called out when he said, when he's talking to Obama, he's at one of the parties. He said a joke where he goes, there's 4 black guys that are usual, it's Kevin Hart, me, this, Quincy and stuff like that. And he goes, President Obama goes, is it racism in Hollywood? Well, let's face it, all these people here, yes, there's racists. So he's basically calling out everyone for being a racist. There's different levels of racism. It was
sure.
I thought his opening was hilarious and funny and spot on, but
apparently it was the worst ratings in like 7 years. So it continues its long, slow descent into irrelevance.
well, I think the problem is they have too many awards that people just don't care about. And it's not fair to those people because it's important to the movie to have different stuff, but
yeah.
It's like, I don't care what they have to say.
The scribbling on the back of a bar napkin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's me. All right. But it's just some stuff you look at it and you go, I don't care. But I thought he was funny. I thought he was funny throughout.
Yeah, no. From what I saw, the clips,
it was funny. I thought it was I enjoyed the parts I watched.
Nice. Mr. Robot was good. I think it was a good non-Oscar watching thing. But we'll be talking about that on Binge Watch tomorrow.
So I'm pretty sure by your answer that my theory is probably right. You're ahead of me.
Yes. Well, they're yeah. So I won't say anything more. But
I'm right.
What you're right about? What
my theory?
I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But so we are here because this is Dale's last episode. For the people at home maybe that haven't heard your spiel yet, Dale. What led to this decision to hang up the podcasting mic?
We covered that last week.
So you don't want to talk about old
no,
news?
we can talk about it.
Okay,
That's fine.
Well,
it's just I have 2 days off a week. Well, coming in now, at least I think I do. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and Kim and I don't have a weekend off together because I work the weekend, Saturday, Sundays. So really, we try to spend those evenings together. Yeah. And it's been whether we record at your house or Jack's house, I have to run around town, and then we end up only spending a day and a half together, and it's just not really enough time.
Not enough time to go see movies
If I was
like
making
Mad Max.
If I was, well, all right, smart guy. If I was making millions of dollars hand over fist, well, then that's a different story. I'm liable to be chauffeured over here and be drunk off my ass.
Oh, sure, be anti-green.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could be an electric limousine, but a well-starked bar.
Do
and
they have electric limousines?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure somebody's figuring that out. Telsa's got to be
get higher.
Get going on that. So anyway, so that's kind of what led to that, and financially, I think you said I had $26 coming.
Yeah,
and I think that's since July of last year. So you divide that into the number of podcasts and the amount of gas and time
doesn't add
spent.
up. Does it?
I'm making about 7 cents an hour. So
hey, that's not bad.
More than most.
It's more than iPhone makers make.
There
right?
you go. It's more than people. It's more than people in prison. So
I can tell you this much: you're making more than us.
So there you go.
But anywho,
anyway, so that's kind of what's led to that.
Yeah.
I would rather spend it with the woman I love than you guys.
All right, but when you come back and say, okay, we're spending too much time together, we're not letting you back.
yeah. Angry Christmas Production says if we slept with him, he might stay.
Oh well,
yeah. What if there's like free TNA in it?
Yeah, well, that's always very attractive, but those women out there had a long time to email me all their frontal goodies. So
that
never
ask,
happened.
You did ask from time to time.
I did ask from time to time.
So Angry Christmas
she sounds
said,
hot. Let's see her wreck, and never happened. So
Angry Christmas, aka The Voice, said, "I'll volunteer to fall on the sword, the tiny sword."
What's it called? What's it called in Japan? It's called. It's got a different name.
Carry.
Well, no, but the little the sword itself is called something.
What a tiny penis is called, Harry Carry.
Committing Harry Carry. It's called
it's called something.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
did you just unplug it?
Oh, you just unplugged everybody.
Colleen. So when we asked the audience or asked the listeners, kind of what were some of their favorite moments from the show. So Colleen painstakingly went through and listened to the episodes to try and find these moments, and then I went in and edited them out. So the first one up here is Dale's first intro to the show in the first few minutes of our first show.
Oh my God!
Almost 10 years ago.
Oh Lord!
10 years.
So
a younger sounding me.
Yes,
all right.
yes.
Cool.
So here we go.
Penis in Japan is called huge.
Hold on, a tiny penis in Japan is called
It's
huge.
called
That's what we
huge.
got. Moving on. Here we go.
This is the Married Man Podcast with single guy Dale and married man Jack. The show dedicated to all your questions,
Mr. Robot.
answers, emotions, anything you might have in the realm of dating, being single, or being married.
Being married, being single.
Hello, I'm Dale.
And I'm Jack.
And welcome to the Married Man Podcast.
Yeah, it's first one, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Hey, how's your day going? Does your wife have you up early in the morning?
No, I got to sleep in today.
What's that, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, mine's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I don't like to sleep my day away.
I don't.
Life is too short because you're almost like 60, aren't you? 70?
Well, you're right behind me.
Yeah, but I'm still younger than you.
Only by 17 days.
It's 17 days.
Yeah, and
17 days you'll never get back.
That's
17 days.
That's okay.
And you figure you sleep what? 17 hours a day?
Yeah, but for 17 days, I have all my hair and you don't.
You need the hair to cover those ears.
Bald jokes were good back then,
hey,
too. I don't grow it that long anymore. So.
You have those special headphones on right now, don't you?
Yes, I do. The ones that
we had to go
for my Dumbo ears.
We had to have them specially ordered. They're like,
well, you know what they say about guys with big ears? They hear really well.
That they do, but you don't.
Well,
so I guess they're wrong. But you had the special ones. We had to go get, like picture Frisbees with like a little rubber band on it. That's your headphones.
Yeah, okay. That's funny, Jack.
It is funny.
Well,
maybe we should do a vidcast. Then we don't want to scare people.
You have 1,000 baseball caps. Why is that? Oh,
because I look good in a hat.
You always wear a hat.
See, with you could wear a hat, but then your ears stick out to the side.
Oh, that's right. It is quite a wind draft when I'm riding a bicycle and stuff.
In fact, when we used to have if I had like a convertible,
we'd have to have to tie your ears down because the drag on it is ridiculous. You just can't take it.
And that's why I had,
and especially with gas prices the way they are now, no way.
That's right. That's my first vehicle had to be a van because my ears are so big. I just needed a lot of room.
You could actually get a job like the speed racer cars, and you know how they have the parachute come at the end. They just put Dale out there.
That's not funny.
Or even you could be on the space shuttle.
Really, like
and when it's
laying on the air back
the parachutes come out to slow it down.
You know, think this stuff up at night just to bring this on this?
No, I just look at your ears and it comes to me.
Can't help. They're just out there, right?
Well, they're out there.
Well, how long have you been married, Jack?
I've been married going on 60 years now.
It feels like 60 years.
It's about, I better not get this wrong, 17 years?
Yeah. I noticed how you said, I better not get this wrong. Are you intimidated? Does she have you like short leash?
I'm married. I'm married.
and hence, because of all the stress, that's why you did lose your hair prematurely.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
It ran away.
Yes.
My hair left, I didn't.
No, this is true. You're still here.
But I was thinking too, this is a podcast about marriage questions. You know, if a wife has a question, a married guy has a question, a single, you know, your question about dating, about single. Also, I was thinking you could answer also the divorce questions, couldn't you?
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, I could answer divorce questions to some extent anyways.
I have a question for you. I always wondered, you know, being married is a great thing. But, you know, I always wondered, you know, would I get married again? I always wonder why guys get married a second time.
Oh, man.
Because you've been married twice, right?
You know, I'm not going to answer that because...
There you go. There's the first few minutes of our first episode.
Oh, and from the start,
it's the same damn joke.
From the start, trying to deny the second marriage. From the start.
What?
At least he's been consistent. At least he's been consistent.
Maintain, you know, the first time I married for love and it didn't work out. The second time does not count. It was just
there's no mulligans.
Yeah, it should have been a mulligan.
Oh man, so there's 21 people watching now live.
21
people.
Where's you know, where was Kim Davis when I needed her to deny my marriage license, you know? The second time. Come on, just do it on the count of because you
can get her
I'm drunk. I don't know, you know.
Paraded or what's it called?
Oh, geez.
Go back and cancel it.
So we had let's see, Doug joined from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Vic Vargo, aka Brad, joined in from Chicago. And of course we got the voice from Australia. Many others. Matt said a lot of the jokes came from the first couple episodes. That is true. So going through these clips, like most of the jokes that then perpetuated for 10 years came from like the first three episodes.
It's like any sitcom. It's like Big Bang Theory. All we need is the you know, keep it going and, you know, get the
so you guys want to read the first I'll read the first email.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
We'll kick this bad boy off. Oh, let me log in. I apologize. So any differences 10 years ago to now? Anything
I've been married 27 years.
Yeah. Anything for you, Dale? Anything changed?
And Dale's been only married still twice.
Yeah. So he hasn't, no more marriages to add on.
Once.
Not yet.
Once.
Well, okay, say it is just the once, but you know, he's definitely in love with
He's leaning
Kim.
that way.
So
I
it
am
might
leaning
be
that way.
officially two.
Until he goes, wait a minute, I should be podcasting tonight.
Actually, yeah, she's a little bit better off than I am. So, you know, I'm kind of thinking I want half her stuff. So, yeah.
So you're not looking to sign a prenup?
No, because I want half her stuff. She's got more stuff
What
than
if
I
she
got.
goes? What if she goes prenup, Dale?
Yeah, well, there's prenup.
She wouldn't do that. Would she do that?
Yeah, she might.
She might.
It'd be a last second thing.
If she's listening, she might. No, hey,
you know what'll happen too? You'll be at the chapel.
Yeah.
And she'll say I do, and then before you say
before
I do,
you say I do,
you sign this, and Dale goes, okay, all right. What'd I sign? A prenup.
No, she just has to do it like right before sex. That's all it is. Like Dale at that point is like, all right, okay,
yeah, she'll have me right where she wants me.
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
It'll be
exactly.
Oh,
3 seconds later,
you don't get to see these until you sign here.
3 seconds later, you realize he made a huge mistake.
Oh my.
So we actually have an actual piece of or question for advice here. So,
all right.
I love your show, and I was bummed when I heard that Dale was leaving the show. I had wanted to write you for a while, but haven't gotten the courage to do so until now. I'm hoping that Dale is still with you for this show. So we want to make sure we got this one.
Okay.
Is Dale with us?
I think Dale is with us.
I'm with you.
He's got the lumberman Jack
I'm
Beard
with you.
going on, but
she sounds hot, so keep reading. Don't interrupt her.
She's
all right,
probably
fair
seen
enough.
Mad Max.
You haven't seen Mad Max?
No, he has.
No, I have.
Oh, you have. You haven't?
No, I haven't. That's the.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know the joke. Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
No, remember what we talked about earlier? Oh, just read the
Sorry,
email.
yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ.
It was a whole 10 minutes ago. You can't remember.
Yeah, I
how
can't
far
remember
back.
that. All right. I need a male's perspective on my situation. I'm 46 years old. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday. And I have never been in a relationship. I have always hoped for a husband and kids.
How old?
46.
46.
But it never happened. The last date I had was 9 years ago, which was a terrible date. I can count the number of dates I've had on one hand. A little bit about me.
Wow.
I'm hard of hearing, though I can hear when I wear my hearing aid and can speak pretty well. I'm shy and average looking. I have some birth defects that required multiple reconstructive surgeries starting when I was 7 years old. I don't have much experience in dating. In fact, I can't tell when a guy is flirting with me or seems to like me. In the past, I've read the signals wrong. For example, about 15 years ago, a guy that I worked with would always talk to me. We went out for lunch many times, and he would talk about getting together outside of work, which never happened. I thought that he liked me, but it turned out that he had a girlfriend and was actually trying to get back together with his ex-girlfriend. It was a little confusing. A couple of years before that guy, another guy from work would talk to me and even sent a bouquet of flowers. When I talked to my girlfriends about it, they convinced me that he may like me and to give him my phone number, which I did eventually. But it turned out he also had a girlfriend and the flowers were just a thank you kind of thing. So I really don't know when a guy is interested in me. I've been told to put myself out there, and I feel like I have. I've gone to parties, work, and friends. I've tried online dating, 3 different sites with no luck. I've gone on blind dates, and friends have set me up with guys, but I'm not good with small talk, and I can't seem to get a second date. So here's where I need your perspective. Can you let me know how I can tell if a guy is flirting or interested? Would a guy care if the woman he's dating has never been in a relationship? In case you're wondering, I don't believe in one-night stands. I want to have sex with a guy that I'm in a relationship with. So would it scare you guys off if you found out the woman he's dating is a virgin? Please no 40-year-old virgin jokes. They're not funny. And one last question. When is a good time to tell the guy that I'm a virgin? Now that I've turned 46, I'm losing hope that I will never marry, and kids are out of the equation. I'm afraid that having never been in a relationship or have had sex will turn guys off. I'd appreciate your help, and please, if any of your listeners can offer some advice, that would be great. Thanks, Jenny in Ventura County, California.
All right, Dale.
Wow.
Your final relationship advice question.
That's a doozy.
And she's a virgin.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I'm gonna need a little help.
Well,
here.
first, I don't think there's a time frame when you have to. I wouldn't tell him on the first date.
No.
No.
I would say what you're getting. I think our main question is, how do you know or when somebody's
I
Well,
find
it
it
sounds
pretty
to me-
when a guy's flirting with me, I can pick up on it just like that.
But also, too, I mean, a few of the examples she gave were people in the workplace, and I don't know that that's really the place you want to start as far as having a relationship. So, you know, I mean, obviously, you've tried the. I wouldn't give up on the dating websites, especially nowadays. You know, Match and a few others, they really curtail all of people's interest into the whole thing.
What about the one you Plenty of Fish?
Plenty of Fish. Mine was free. I don't know if that's still free or not. Now mine was out of Canada or whatever. But
that's where you met Kim?
Yeah, that's where I met Kim.
Remember we did the
it was
filled
like
it out.
Yeah,
I didn't fill out, did I?
Yeah, you
Yes.
did.
Really? That was fun.
Yeah,
I answered the questions because he wouldn't, so we answered the
Right.
questions.
So I
honestly.
sat there and you guys answered all the questions. You put together my profile.
Oh.
Like someone said, we're the
And
reason he's leaving the show.
It was like
That's
2 or
true.
3 weeks before I even got any interest, and then she got back to me. I said, went out and
Mhm.
met her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, a wonderful, genuine, beautiful woman. So
Yeah.
it worked out for me fantastic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give up on that. I think social media, for all its pros and cons, there's a lot more pros out there because you can reach so many different people.
Yep.
And if you want to still stay with the same type of people in the same field you're in as far as work goes, I mean, that's at least you already know you can weed out a lot of other undesirables, let's put it that way,
Yeah.
and curtail it to what you're looking for.
Yep.
And I think, age or anything, you keep it whatever you like. You want to go as young as 35 and as
Mhm.
old as 53, then you could do that.
well, almost
And
54.
I'm not 54 yet. So I'm just saying. But yeah, something like that. And
Nice.
and that's fine. Date someone. Christian Christian. What's the Christian
Mingle.
Mingle singles? No, Christian
No, it's
singles.
I think it's just ChristianMingle.com.
Is it Christian Mingle or Christian Singles?
They have something. They even had the one with the farm people.
Yeah,
There's
farmers.com.
farmers.com. So there's something for
farmers
you
for
could probably
farmers,
Google it
yeah.
and find out what is your interest, and you could probably find
Yeah,
a
exactly.
site.
But yeah, you're right. ChristianMingle.com is another one.
So I thought the farmers one was a joke, but it's real.
No, it's
Right.
yeah. I mean, they have them for everybody.
Yeah.
But then, that way
Um,
you have the same type of interest. I wouldn't give up on that avenue.
Mhm.
I personally would not recommend going into the workplace because I crashed and burned way back when in my 20s, and it got me transferred.
Yeah.
Because I put my cock where it didn't belong, and
Well,
and
nobody likes to put their thumb in a bowling ball and screw you all in their thumb.
it was a pretty big thumb hole.
Well, I think it was fingertips.
Yeah, but
I'd like to file a complaint. I had a 300 game going, and then Dell spewed in my bowling ball. I had 11 strikes in a row, and now I got this.
in all fairness,
What
though,
am I catching?
those have the soft grips in them, so
Yeah.
you gotta like that. They're very very soft.
it's not a
supple.
It's not people using a crying towel.
Exactly,
It's a spew towel with
so,
Dell.
that's okay. Just bounce up and down 16 pounds. Hey, how come my ball hasn't come back? Is Dale mechanic again? Oh,
Hey, that pin just knocked down.
yeah, chalk that up into your 300 game.
Is that the equivalent like cock push-ups because you have the weight and you actually kind of working
There you go. Yeah.
the weight of the ball?
Yeah.
Is that a new
So
joke?
anyways.
Yeah. Dale
See?
fucks a bowling ball. If this wasn't
See?
Warm Taffy's happy ending.
See, there's a new joke for you. So
Yeah.
there,
There you
fuck
go.
off.
Oh,
And it was pretty quick, I think, too.
there you
Bring
go.
my A game today.
So
I've been coasting for 8 years.
There you go.
So in terms, I think it's a good point. So JP from NJ says she just needs to keep trying. There's someone out there for everyone. Eventually, you'll meet a person who isn't shallow and clicks with what's on the inside as well as the outside. He also said for adults, there's Adult Friend Finder if you're just looking for friends and nothing too serious, right? The voice says Tinder. The Naughty Catholic says, this is a blast from the past, match her up with a guy who can't get past the friend zone or with Scott from Arizona.
Actually, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I was thinking the same thing.
Scott
was
from Arizona was
one of his.
need to be a virgin.
Yeah.
But I guess my advice would be don't let the whole virgin thing get in your head.
No,
or that
no.
you haven't been in a relationship. I think when you find the right person, that kind of crap just doesn't matter. It's just like the relationship is what matters. So I think for you, it's finding that right relationship, and then the flirting part. Like, how do you? For some people, it's tough, right, to kind of catch flirting. Is it just being friendly, or are they flirting? What advice you guys have of that? Anytime?
Well-
like, what's your perception of it, or are you not very good at perceiving it?
Well,
I'm not very good at perceiving.
Not very good.
No,
My wife.
well, unfortunately, in my case, I mean, I perceived it as a lot of one night stands. So part of my perception was dead on because that's all I was looking for
Mhm.
was a little roll in the hay. So, my radar worked pretty well when I was younger. So,
Radar load.
yeah. So it was like, oh, okay, what? We don't even have to go home. We go to the back of my van. That works for me. All right. Parking lot. Well, I'll see you sometime. Okay.
Yeah.
No phone numbers, nothing exchanged. First name basis only.
Well, it's easy then
you
too.
know.
You didn't have cell phones, so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so you didn't have to worry about somebody calling you the next day. You just never saw them. So, hate to say it, but I might have been one of those shallow individuals that was just looking for sex.
But you've
Yeah,
changed.
that's what I
you've
was.
evolved. You've changed.
Okay, we'll go with that.
So Matt says I suck when it comes to reading singles. I'm kind of like hit or miss. Like I feel like sometimes maybe everybody's flirting with me, or I feel like they're not flirting with me at all. It's tough. It's not easy. So I'd say, Jenny, don't feel bad if you can't, because it's hard. It is really hard. And I think the main thing is, I think online dating is a great way to find somebody. Don't give up too soon.
I like how you just said it's hard. It's very hard. Yes, grab the woman's hand, put it in your crotch. Yes, it's hard. It's very hard.
Colleen, my wife.
You like that? You like that?
Colleen said nobody ever flirted with me, and she's my wife. So.
Well, your wife is hot too.
I know. Well, I
What's
flirted
up with
with her.
that?
Does that well, I did not count as flirting. I guess not. But
No, because you're married.
no, before we were married, like when we were like first whatever. JP again had a good thing here. When you find the right person, bail on your awesome podcast and all of its listeners who tune in every week and are there for you when you're hurt. That's perfect, right? Is that?
I think it's pretty nice.
What was that? Read that again. Was that just somebody bitching that I'm leaving?
When
What?
you find the right person, bail on your awesome podcast and all its listeners who tune in every week and are there for you when you're hurt.
Sorry about that, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing, huh?
It's okay. Don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
Don't
feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Again, you've
No,
done.
I think JP was just flirting with you.
I think that. I
okay.
think that was
Unless I
flirting.
read the signs wrong.
It-
I agree with everyone.
and
I agree with everyone else. What Dale said.
But I really do need to spend a lot more time with Kim.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
and I don't
Absolutely.
get that opportunity. I don't have the same days off. Like
Yeah.
I don't have an entire day off with
Yeah.
her. And that makes it hard.
It
I mean, we
does.
can't go anywhere. I mean, we take the dog up to Falls Lake and then we got to buzz back because I got to go to work on
Yeah.
a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's tough.
Anyway, so
No, I feel because
so,
I used
so we're trying to I'm trying to do what's best for our relationship.
absolutely.
you got to do what's best for you.
You got to do what's best for you. And
So tell JP to go to hell, right? Want me to say it for you?
No, that's fine. It's all good.
Matt said it's more of an art than a science with flirting. I agree. It's just it's hard, but I think when you find the right person, I think the flirting thing won't be as
It's not as important.
I think it'll just connect.
Yeah,
really
one
well.
time just for
Like, how did it click with you and Kim? Like, how did you know?
yeah.
Like, was it just it connected really well because of the profile?
Yeah. I
or-
mean, just right after the first date kind of thing. I
Yeah.
kind of knew this is definitely somebody I want to spend more time with.
Yeah.
And we kept dating and things were great. And it was just, and I remember I think we had a few podcasts of it back then too. Because I was like, well, I don't want to rush this because I don't want to
Yeah.
mess it up. And then, but then at the same time, she's like, well, why don't you want to, let's get busy kind of thing. I'm like, well, okay. So I didn't want to rush into it.
Didn't have to
too.
twist Dell's arm on that.
Well, no, because I
Maybe
didn't
it's
want
big ear.
to. I didn't want to, rush into something and then, mess up something. So, I kind of played it cool and almost a little bit too cool because she was like, what the hell,
yeah,
let's get to it. So I'm like, okay, that works for me.
that works
Bow,
too.
bow.
That works
That's
too.
right.
Naughty Catholic said someone had better let us know if/when Dale and Kim get engaged.
Yeah, we will. We'll pass it on.
Okay, yeah, I could do
Can
that.
we- can
I'll
we-
let you guys know.
If you guys get married, can we live broadcast from your wedding?
No, probably not.
Can
Because
we,
it's probably going to be more of a in
Well,
front of the.
since I've never been to one of Dell's weddings,
Can he at
multiple
least
weddings?
go to your third wedding or second wedding?
Okay,
second
well, I'll
wedding.
tell you what. If it's the second wedding, technically, can I say the second wedding? Can I actually go?
Yeah, I mean that's something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I might.
sure, I guess
I'll probably
so.
let Jack know, and she'll let Christine know or Chris know her girlfriend, and it's only going to be like in front of what do you call it?
Judge.
Actually, if
a
you
judge
need-
or whatever they call.
I am
somebody
a
at the-
I am a ordained minister.
Oh,
I
at
could
the
marry you
courthouse.
guys.
Dell can do it,
I can do it.
and we could do it live on a podcast.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to be live on a podcast. I understand.
No, I'd say do it live on a podcast.
I don't think. I don't think Kim would go for that.
But
She wants to
but
get.
if you
Hold on a
need-
second. She was all gung ho about getting into podcasting.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't
but-
think that's how she wants to break into
Oh, come
podcasting.
on.
Come on now.
It worked for Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
Jalen says, just please don't get married in a Catholic church. I don't think Dale's allowed back in a Catholic church after my wedding.
Actually, though, that's funny you should say that because I still have this cross that was given to me by someone very close to me.
Uh-huh.
Actually, the first girl I ever dated, and I still have that. But not as a joke or anything. But when I first moved out here and I drove down to the Keys in my Acura Integra, I stopped at Our Lady of Mary Catholic Church,
Mhm.
which is on like one of the last islands.
Yeah.
Same as the author. What's the author's name? He has a house down there. Forget his name.
Stephen
didn't come to-
Spielberg.
What?
No.
No.
Stephen King is what I meant to say.
Long time. Anyways,
Yeah.
whatever
Hemingway.
his name is. Hemingway. Yeah, Hemingway's house is down there. So I saw that and did that. But I went into the Catholic Church
Mhm.
and I go, well, I don't have anybody to bless my cross. So we got some holy water sitting here. Oh, hey. Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good now.
But isn't it just holy water once someone?
Well, it's holy now.
Well, no,
because-
it's holy water if the water's blessed. Like if it's out at
Yeah.
in a church, it's been blessed.
Yeah, it's been blessed.
If
And
it's-
so
yeah.
I bless my own cross. I don't know if that's
Is that
legal
what
or
the
not.
priests use to wash themselves off after they've
Yeah, after
blessed
they
a child?
bless. Come on now.
Come on now.
I've seen the movies.
I understand.
So anyway,
Um,
I blessed my own cross. So
Hey, listen,
I
however it works.
dunked it.
I don't think that's how it works, though.
I'm pretty sure that's how it
You
works.
like take it like this and hold them in the water. Like
Well, and I gave it one of these, you know.
Well,
and
the reason I bring up my wedding is that was one of people's favorite memories where we talked about how you at our wedding was high as a kite
man.
and decided to take Eucharist and grab the Eucharist out of the priest's hand.
I gave myself lung cancer that weekend. That's how much Mentos I did, man. I was like, got up there and I got nothing better to do than to roll a few joints in my truck. And
you passed the Mentos on to a future host.
Yes,
I did. I toped a lot of weed that weekend.
Well, with Cindy's brother, allegedly.
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 You guys just kept going back out
There
there.
was some funky stuff in that stuff. I don't know what that was laced with, but it wasn't just marijuana. So
All right. Well, let's go to our next favorite clip here. I believe this is the origin of 3.5 seconds.
And you said it's not what we
Yeah,
thought it
not
was.
at least not what I thought it was. But here we go.
No, he was heavy on the. He was heavy on the clutch, though. I'll tell you, I got a mouthful of water is what it was the entire time. I tried.
So to put some context, you were talking about how Kevin took you wakeboarding.
Oh, wakeboarding at
Okay.
Falls Lake. Yeah.
I did.
All right, where's the show going?
I was trying to get up on a wakeboard.
You're gonna be single for a long time. You're trying to get up on what?
A wakeboard, okay? Believe me, it's not in my era. I mean, when I used to water
Not in your
ski, when I used to water ski, it was on 2 skis or a single ski. This wakeboard thing's new to me.
Newfangled wakeboard thing.
That's right, exactly.
Just bugging me.
It took like 6 or 7 times, and I got like stood up for like a
Well,
half
that's not bad. 6 or 7 times. That's not
right,
bad.
a half a second, and then
Well, that's about your record.
and then exactly, that's a long time.
No wonder you're single.
You're killing me.
You just keep walking into these or what?
I know.
I lasted for half a second. Come on, baby. Let's go again.
Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. Anyway.
So what's 7 times at a half a second?
That's right.
That's 3.5 seconds.
and I did get up for a little bit
Did you work up
on the wakeboard.
On the
Let me
wakeboard.
clarify that because your mind, Jay's
It's not my-
mind
it's
is
not my mind.
wandering.
Not my mind.
Yes. Anyways, it
There you go.
cooked at the beach.
Well, you're talking.
Sorry, I was going to the next thing here. So
I forgot all about that.
yeah, I thought it was some story about how it only lasted 3.5 seconds, but it was actually it was just
the
a joke
wakeboard
about
incident,
the wakeboard
yeah.
incident.
Joke, and it
yeah.
just became
It became
standard
legend.
joke. Now, what episode was that?
That was the second episode. I think second or
episode.
third
Oh my God.
episode.
You're right. Everything we did on the show happened the
Came
first.
for like the first week of broadcast.
So we to save Del time, we could just keep playing the same episodes over and over again.
There you go.
He wouldn't have to
There you
podcast.
go.
True.
He can spend all the time he wants with Timmy. Just keep playing the same 3 or 4 episodes.
But yeah, it's also back then I wasn't actually a host on this show. I
you
was
had a
just
little
a
mic.
producer.
You had a little microphone, which was
Actually, I think then we didn't even have a microphone. I just was producing. You guys
Right.
were
He
recording
stayed in the
show.
background.
yeah. You
uh,
sit right
That was a good place for him. Those were some of the better podcasts.
They were some of the better podcasts.
Jalen said it was that when Jay was the producer, only the producer, and all you would hear is him giggling in the background. Yes, I was just
Yes.
the one laughing in
we
the
had
background.
TV trays.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, I think I still sat in the corner over
Yeah,
there.
you had the desk over here.
Yeah, so the desk was in the corner.
But-
I sat, and you guys were
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah,
He was in the corner.
we had. Yeah, he was the.
His
corner.
name was Baby.
Nobody puts Jay in the corner.
Baby in the corner.
JP has a question. How did Married Man Podcast come to be?
It was my idea. I wrote a book as a writer. Let me do this. As a writer, I wrote a book, Married Man book, a long time ago. Sent it to a couple people. One guy said, "Yeah, I like it, but it conflicts with what I'm doing." So I kind of gave up after that. But when we started podcasting, I said we should do like a relationship one because I wanted to do something where we weren't. It wasn't PG and it wasn't this, wasn't that. So I said, "Hey, Dale, you want to join in and just?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure, we'll join in." Jay, I go, since Jay knew how to do all the producing part, which the best he can. We said, "Jay, can you help produce it?" Then we just started talking, and then that's how it became about.
Yeah.
I think I announced it at Comic-Con too, didn't I?
Maybe.
I think I talked about at Comic-Con
Yeah.
that we were going to do a.
Well, actually, the first couple were before we went to Comic Con. I think the third was after we came back from.
we
Comic-Con.
said we do have a new podcast, but that's how it came about.
Matt, one of his favorite memories was I loved when people would call / write in and give each person a funny name. Those were a lot of fun going through some of those.
Those were funny, yeah.
We have a call here, I believe, from JP.
Right.
So let's go to that.
All right.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's JP from New Jersey. I wasn't going to be able to listen to the live show today, so I wanted to at least call in and wish Dale the best. You know, I've got 2 favorite moments with Dale. You know, one of my favorite moments is always going to be the, I guess it was the 6 questions when Dale was asked where saltwater taffy originated from. And of course, his response was Salt Lake City. And me being from New Jersey, you know, that was kind of just a great Dale moment. And my second favorite moment for Dale is going to be when I found out he was okay after his fall from the ladder, and when he came back to the show, because it just wasn't the same without him. And that's probably how I'm going to feel now that he's leaving. Anyway, Dale, I wish you the best. Thank you for all the laughs. It's been a great run, and hopefully we'll hear from you soon. Be well, my friend.
All right, nice.
Nice, very sweet.
Oh, well, thank you,
very sweet.
JP. That was very
Do I
nice.
need to get some tissues? And
I was getting a little teary.
I saw you getting teared up over there.
I'm choking up.
So the next clip I have here is another Dale classic.
Thank you.
As long as you rub your eyes with it, it's okay.
I believe the next clip I have is Dale's soggy pizza. I think
Oh,
this was another fan
That
favorite.
was just a terrible date. Yeah, I remember that.
So here we go.
Cooked at the beach.
Well, you're talking going back to San Diego where you had.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This is the ferry. I think this is the ferry. Sorry, go ahead.
The ferry.
bonfire.
Again, I'm just saying wherever the venue.
Obviously, San Diego is a great place to have a first date because there's so much. You have mountains, you have
There's
desert,
so
you
much
have,
to do.
There's Los Angeles. There's
Right.
there's
There's still
Palm
the Outer
Desert.
Banks out here is very beautiful out here. I took that whole ferry ride from Cedar Island to up and down all over the place in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. So I can see you left the ferry part alone, but you're rolling right now. That's what they are called, Jack. That my vehicle was parked on a ferry. Shut up.
It's called the Mary Kid Show.
Maybe we should just go to the next email, huh? That's not that funny. Come on. Man.
All right.
Come on, Jack. Jack has removed his headphones. Oh my gosh. I need a tissue. Come on. It's your turn to read the next email, man. I'm just sitting here waiting.
You're gonna cut that out?
No, let's just
All right.
just roll with it.
All right. We're rolling.
Right over the ferry.
Husband's at a Tupperware party.
Good
time.
times.
I forgot about that one.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Good time. Was that the third episode?
Third or fourth somewhere. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
What child? We were just like childish, weren't we?
Yeah.
Because now we're, it's been 10 years. Obviously, if Dale said
We're old.
he was riding a ferry, it'd been, okay, Dale, where was it taking you? There'd be no laughter. There'd be no jokes.
Oh god, that was a lot of fun. There's a lot of days where just my face would hurt because I laughed so much during the show.
That laughed, you either loved it or you hated it, right?
There's a lot of people that hated that.
Well, but they stuck. But
Well,
a lot of
okay.
people said they hate it, but they after over time they grew to love it.
Okay.
We have another email here from Rebecca, and it's hey Dale, Jay, and Jack. I've listened to the Married Man show since the beginning, but have never written in. There were times when I kind of wished I had relationship problems just to hear your advice. Dale, it was always great to hear your good and bad advice and your stories, from failed relationships and your multicolored truck to your successful relationship with Kemi. While you will be missed on the show, the fact that you are leaving in order to spend more time with your girlfriend is a great ending to your stint on the show. Over the years, we have all rooted for you through good times and bad, and I'm very happy that you're in a great place in your life. All the best to you and Kimmy. I hope we'll still get some updates and complaints from you every once in a while. I don't think I'll ever be able to look at Mentos without laughing or wonder why someone is innocently offering me some. All the best.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
Well, the Mentos one, you said all the jokes were old. That one came later on.
Well, so that was after, and I think it was
After
just
your
I was
after your
trying to
wedding.
find like that clip or the best version of that clip.
So there. It was
but-
after the wedding.
Well, it was really just a story of Chris in Boston, where he's just like, "Yo, hey, I love Dale. He just gave me this thing of Mentos. I look inside, and it's a whole bunch of weed."
Because it was a white Mentos thing.
Yeah, it was they changed their packaging on the Mentos, and it was like a little tiny blue tube that came up, and it happened to be about the same size as rolling a long marijuana joint. So I had a whole lot of marijuana there, so I was still kind of paranoid from the whole weekend of toking up and stuff. So I go, God, if I get pulled over on the way back to North Carolina, I am so busted because I wasn't too comfortable with me transporting that much marijuana while I was stoned. So so I just gave it to someone.
All right.
He thought I was giving him breath mints. Like,
Yeah.
like what's he trying to do? What are you trying to tell me? So
He was happy.
well, that's good.
Matt Callahan said that laugh drove me nuts at first. I think over the years I either became a bit deaf from hearing it so much, or I grew to like it.
Nice.
Oh man. And Brian says, I like how Dale's in profile looks like a polygraph video. They're talking about the angle.
What now?
So the way you're in the video looks like you're taking a polygraph.
How many times you been married, Dale?
What?
How many times you been married?
Once.
All
right.
Oh man. Let's see here. Let's go to another favorite moment here with Dale. Now I believe this is the soggy pizza story. Classic.
You got to be a team.
I'm going to comment on that too, because I did take this one gal out. This is when I lived in Newport Beach, and we went out to a movie, which probably why I normally don't do movies as a first date.
I remember
she
this
had told
story.
me, she told me.
You didn't hear right now. Jack just made the same joke, but like he didn't realize he made that joke, and he just did it right there.
That's funny.
Well, maybe my jokes are old and stale, but I'm consistent,
All right, back to it.
It's from
in-
Stripes. It's from Stripes.
yes.
And I say it every time I go on a plane. Every
Yes,
time I go on a
that's
plane, I say it.
Advance that she had to be on call because real estate agent might have this big thing come up on a Saturday that she might have to sell this piece of property. Well, sure enough, 30 minutes into the movie, she gets a call. She has to go out. I take her back home. By the time I get her home and everything, hey, we'll do it another time, yada, yada, yada. And then I wanted to go back and just see how the movie ended. So I buzz back to the same place I went to see the movie ended. I have my ticket stub with me. First, I get hassled by the 15-year-old part-time student giving me a bad time.
He's doing his job.
Doing my job. But I said, I'm pointing out the time to him. See this? The movie's over in like 10 minutes. I just want to see the end of the movie. I had to leave.
What was the movie?
Back. I have no idea. To this day, I don't remember the movie. So it obviously was not that great a movie because I missed most of it anyways. So anyways, I finally get back in there, and then I get to see the credits roll. Okay, fine. So now I'm walking out. I'm a little bit peeved. I ain't worried about
I'm
it.
mad. I'm upset.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm angry.
I'm out $14. I ain't too worried about it. So I go over to this
Because you're
little
a big
pizza
spender.
place on the second level where I'm at. I'm going to have a beer, pizza, relax, right? I order the beer, pizza. Takes like 5-10 minutes. Fine. Hey, don't mind waiting around. I set it down on the table. I forget the napkins. I go back in, and I come out, and right then they bleep over the PA system a song for the whole mall to hear. And it is One is the loneliest number that you ever heard. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm looking up at the sky, which this big black cloud, I swear, just came rolling over just for me. I get drenched. There's 7 tables outside. Mine is the only one that doesn't have an umbrella over it.
God hates you. Your God's video game, and he has plenty of quarters.
That's right. I mean, I sat there going, are you kidding me? I mean, now my beer is watered down. I got soggy pizza. All the napkins that I use, I set next to my pizza. No big deal to keep the flies off it. It got soggy on top of the pizza. I mean, I'm gonna eat tissue, watered down beer and pizza to one is the loneliest number. It was like the only date that I had in the 2.5 years that I lived in Los Angeles, which I would not recommend Los Angeles to anyone. Sorry. But I'm like, oh my Lord. I mean, I sat back and I go, are you having a good time? Is it really that funny? Come on, G. You know, hit me with your best shot.
G would be God.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, hit me with your best shot. Come on. End it now. Strike me down. Nah,
no, God's having too much fun.
That's right. No. Oh, you know, the Lord has a great sense of humor. And he was on a roll that day. He just said, oh, man, I'll play this song. And then, oh, watch a thunderstorm. And, oh, screw the pizza over. Oh, water down the beer. Oh, the girl leaves you 30 minutes into the date. I mean,
I don't want to kick you while you're down.
I was a banner day.
You know me of all people. I would not want to kick anybody while they're down.
I'm just saying. As far
did you ever have another date with this girl?
No, I never did have another date with this girl.
I got a question.
I actually had to move out.
Hold on a second. Was that bad? You had to move away?
No. I was living in somebody else's lease.
Because I'm gonna get hate mail because you have the whole sensitive story going on and you had the sensitive home and stuff. So people are gonna go, how do you keep picking on this guy? But I gotta ask a question. She was a real estate agent.
She was.
She wasn't a doctor.
No.
She didn't have a kid to go back to, so she gets this important page.
Yep.
30 minutes into your date.
Yep. But she had told me that well in advance.
Uh-huh.
I knew what she did for a living.
No, but do you honestly believe that she got some important pages?
No, I don't want to read anything bad into it already. Unlike you, I like to look on the positive side.
I'm not. Like I said, I'm not trying to kick.
Are you trying to say that a girlfriend said, "Okay, now's the time"?
I'm not. I'm just maybe throwing it out there.
Get me out of the date.
I'm just throwing it out there.
That would
really.
That would
really be the case.
You know, I spend most of my time at Barnes and Noble for this very reason.
Hold on, did a house go into cardiac arrest and she had to go perform CPR on this house?
No, she made about $20,000 on that deal.
Okay,
nice
all right.
Commission.
So it was.
No, we never had another date.
But why couldn't she give you another date?
Dale's dating disasters. Those are always
that's
fun.
Definitely a top story of all time.
Yeah, that one.
You can't top that story.
That was a banner day. Yeah, that was a bad day.
That led to a special segment though. Dale's dating disasters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next that story was so popular that the segment that came out that was Dale's dating disasters.
Yeah. People wanted. Can we have more of Dale's dating disasters?
So that's what's going on in the chat.
And there was a lot to choose from.
My life sucks right now.
Yeah.
But it's not. As bad
and my life will be better if somebody's life sucks more. So. Yes.
So Jalen asked, does Dale have any more dating disasters that he can mention before he ends the show?
Well, he has one that he saw Mad Max by himself. That's kind of not. That's a non-dating disaster, right?
There really hasn't been really any more. I mean, so yeah, no. I mean, there's a few things where I found out later on that the woman I was seeing was seeing someone else
here,
and that's no. Well, I was still kind of in a long distance relationship when I moved out here.
Okay.
And then that person was actually seeing somebody else in California, and so I found out after the fact, and so that's not really a disaster as much as just tragic. so
well, here's the benefit here.
It was almost like, what, you're just using me for sex? Well, I kind of understand that. So it didn't really hurt me.
Kudos.
I was a little bit put off by that, but that shit happens. So.
Yes. But at the end of the day, Dale's dating disasters was, fantastic. And, it was a lot of fun when you were single. But at the end of the day, I guess truly to the Warm Taffy's happy ending title, you found Kimmy. And
exactly. Yeah.
And again, I hate to say it, but someone pointed out it's because of this podcast.
Right. And we get along, we're really good together. I mean, we both have very similar interests, and she's an outdoorsy kind of girl, likes to camp and do things. So we want a lot of things. We want to travel and we want to do some things. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to go to New York, or I think we're trying to, or she's got the hotel booked up there or something for her birthday coming up in May. So
you're going to New York City?
trying. I'm hoping.
New York City. Don't eat
New
the
York
salt.
Well,
City.
it's
Don't
not
eat the
New York
salt of
City. It's the outskirts. It's something. It ends with a shard or something. I don't know.
New Richard.
No, I don't know what
New
it's
Rochelle?
called.
New
Yeah.
Rochelle is.
No.
Well, we have
Anyways.
another phone call here, and you didn't think that we get through this without the voice sending in a call.
Okay.
So
voice.
let's go to that call right now. And he's in the chat too, but I guess he's having trouble streaming it. So we'll see.
Because he's from Australia and he's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
You've killed me, Dale. You broke my heart and my legs.
Can you turn him
Oh,
I've
up?
whoa,
had bad
can't- don't-
financial deals to reboot your television show, and how am I meant to produce?
You can turn up a little bit, just
weekly
be careful.
stories. You just can't make that shit up, Dale. You bastards. But in all seriousness,
Turn down a little bit.
I consider you a good mate of mine, Dale. I started listening from the very start, and I still remember putting on the first episode in a motel room and just laughing until I cried, which the people trying to sleep didn't appreciate. Through the most turbulent times of my life, you have always been there as a source of comfort and joy.
Turn up a little
I'd hate to imagine my life without you.
Here, I'll start it over again.
But in all seriousness, I consider you a good mate of mine, Dale. I started listening from the very start, and I still remember putting on the first episode in a motel room and just laughing until I cried, which the people trying to sleep didn't appreciate. Through the most turbulent times of my life, you have always been there as a source of comfort and joy, and I'd hate to imagine my life without you. So from the bottom of my Australian heart, thank you, Dale. I hope wherever you go next, 18 inches of three ends, the pizza is soggy, the poison ivy is prolific, and your dick always wet. Now I have to get back and continue my work to make $1 million so I can pay you to podcast again, you hate-breaking bastard. I'll try and get to the live show, but until then, love you, mate. Love Angry Christmas, The Voice, a.k.a. Jordan. Oh, and whenever you come to Australia, mate, I have a kennel here just waiting for you, mate. We'll go have a beer and have a good old time. We'll go to the strippers. Be great. See you, mate.
Turn your mics back on. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Very sweet.
Very,
Very-
very nice send off.
It was nice.
It was nice. It was nice.
Nice call.
I wasn't being sarcastic.
Turn it up just a little bit so I can hear it.
Yeah,
All right, there we go.
now
Cool.
I can hear myself. Yeah, no,
But yeah, definitely. I thought the one person that would be the most well, two people, Dan the Waffle Man and Angry Christmas.
and Dan the Waffle Man really hasn't said much.
No, he's been kind of quiet
I
on the
think-
whole
I think
matter.
you-
I haven't heard from him.
You floored him.
lately.
I think you floored him.
He gave me like one comment on Facebook, and that was
it.
Oh wow.
the gist of it. So I don't know if you broke his heart or he'll never speak
You're
again.
Fredo to him, and we know what happened to Fredo. Spoiler alert.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying to. Where is the? There we go. All right, so let's go to the next clip here. I believe this is the origin of Warm Taffy.
Oh, I know this one.
Into a Dale's.
Are we gonna go Dale's disaster? Was it Dale's what?
The first dating
Date
disaster. is the
disaster.
next
Dating
episode.
disaster.
Now is this something we can lift the explicit tag, or we gonna have to put explicit on it?
No, it's not nothing explicit.
I know, I'm just joking.
All right, so I'm gonna get some segue music.
Okay.
There we go.
Love the original music.
Be one of
James played
the
for this
slow
show.
dances at Confetti's.
But you know what I noticed? Your slow dances and your disco dances are all the same dance. You're just the same dance.
I reinvented
You're-
myself.
You're
Give me a
disco man.
break.
You're the phony disco man. Everything's the same thing with you.
Disco man. Boy, I
You
haven't
were-
been called disco man.
You were
in
sitting over here.
years.
Wasn't he just doing the same disco dance? He's going slow dance,
No. Only slower.
No.
line dance.
Hey, I also took the salsa lessons.
Salsa
got all that
lesson.
down to the merengue. Hey,
Merengue.
killing
The
me.
twist. Dale, that's your disco dance.
All right.
That's all I got. You're like a
All
little
right.
wind-up doll with your
Yeah.
dance.
This actually could have been
Can you show him the dance? Hold
Just-
on.
just
Actually, hold
one
on.
heck of a
Since
night.
we have the video,
And
can
the
we
only-
see the dance?
what?
Like, what would
No.
your dance be?
No,
It's a
I-
video. Come
Oh,
on.
come on. What?
Watching. All right, everyone.
I don't remember. What
everyone-
are you talking about?
So
everyone-
what's your dance? Like, what's your standard?
Everyone
What are
in
you
the
talking
everyone in the
about?
chat, close your eyes.
No.
While Dale gets up and does his dance.
No.
Come on.
That's embarrassing.
That's
What?
embarrassing.
You go in the club. Let's see. Just like if you're in a club, Music's going. Oh, there we go.
Get the girl in like that.
Wait.
He does the same thing with a bowling ball.
That's right. You got to get in there close on that crotch. Let her know you mean business.
I like
Get all up in her business.
Hashtag pray for Dan. Eyes closed. Go ahead.
That was actually some good moves there.
The only
Good.
reason I mention this is that this happened, and this happened years ago outside of Confetti's, of all places.
Outside of
somebody I don't know
outside. And where was Confetti's? In Mission Valley in San Diego.
San Diego, that's right. This would have been as I was leaving, and
What time was it?
oh God,
Was it early in the morning? Because
Yeah, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
well, not like 7 in the morning.
And I actually had a bunch, and I say bunch, more than 5, less than 7. I guess that's
Grapes?
6, huh? No, there was 6 WACs, female naval officers. Well, I don't know if they were officers. But they were WACs, women. I don't know whatever that stands for. They were all dressed in white with the little tiny hats, the Navy uniforms, and they were like, it was like they were like pawing at me like Warm Taffy, just pulling me every which direction.
There it is.
And it was just
So now we can call you Warm Taffy.
There we go.
So when you send your emails next week or your calls, hey Jack and Warm Taffy.
Oh, come on. I'm just saying that's what comes to mind because they were just pulling me every which direction. It was like this little tiny
In the Navy.
group. And then
Sail the seven
of
seas.
all people that show up, but would be, I guess that would be your aunt.
Okay.
Can I use her name?
Surely. We'll say Cheryl.
Okay, that's close enough. That'll work. Anyway, she shows up,
This was back in season 1 where we cared about people's identities.
and I'm drunk off my keister. Anyways,
Do you recommend most kids go out there and get drunk off their keister?
No, I don't recommend that.
Okay.
Anyways,
So Spencer, if you're listening,
and I was kind of like a little happy and really out of control, and so she didn't want me driving, so she took and threw my keys. So I had no way of going.
I remember this story.
Yes, and threw my keys. And
Well, actually she's doing the right thing because you should never drink and drive
You're
or
absolutely
get on your
right.
cell phone.
You're absolutely right. So I was not being able to.
There you go. Warm Taffy.
And that became a disaster because I didn't have any way of even taking one of the,
Well, didn't they have
or more than one of them.
Well, didn't they have a boat?
No, but I mean, they had their own vehicles, but I was thinking of even getting a few of them in the back of my van, but I couldn't even do that because someone threw my keys into a bunch of bushes.
Cheryl did.
Cheryl. Yes.
Aunt Cheryl.
Ruined what could have been
Lee. Aunt Cheryl Lee.
colossal night, but anyways.
Oh man, can't get a break.
The voice says birth of an icon. Brian has an officer and a little man.
Wow.
We should have done more of these live podcasts over the years. They're a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
man. Doug says, Dancing with the Stars. Liked your move. JP said, I'm waving a $1 bill for Dale. I expect change. John has a nice story. One of the scariest things was when it was revealed by Jack that Dale was hurt pretty bad. It was like a member of an extended family was injured, and we were all rooting for him.
That was a rough time.
It was very rough.
Well, more for
Oh,
you.
yeah,
but,
yeah.
but we
I
didn't
still-
know.
Yeah.
We couldn't find you. That was the scariest thing. Is
Yeah.
they didn't know where you were.
Oh man. Yeah.
No, well, you didn't know this. But at the time, we're trying to find you in the.
Yeah, but even coming out of recovery, they
But no,
kept
they-
me downstairs for a while
they
too.
didn't tell us where you were at.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So we're at the one part. They go, oh, and then they go, well, I can't tell you anything. I go, so we're thinking the worst. You know,
You're thinking more.
when they
I thought that too. That's why
they won't tell you anything, and
that's why Ken came out as a notary and said, "Okay,
you gave me
Jack
a
gets the
but it wasn't
truck
paid for.
with all the payments. Ken gets my motorcycle. I'm
But I
giving all
think
my
I
shit
did-
away, and
I think I
Kimmy
did-
gets my house.
The motorcycle was paid for, though, right?
Motorcycle was paid
No,
for.
I get the truck.
You get the debt.
I think I did say that. I said, wait, is the truck paid
you
off?
you only owe $16,000.
No, it's still, I go. the truck for it.
all
Was
right.
I being selfish? Was that make me sound
A little bit.
then can we cut that out? Oh, I'm sorry.
I think this next clip here is Dale's 1,000 balls.
We're flying back.
I don't remember.
and Dale let us know you're buying something.
And actually, but set context for this. This is the episode after the infamous Vegas episode, where you guys drunkenly recorded a podcast in Vegas. Not only did the missus not like it, but the fans didn't really like it either. Got a lot of negative feedback about that episode.
probably our worst.
Well, we were drunk, so we didn't care.
Some people liked it, but they said it was too confusing, and there was too many people in the room.
Well, we were confused too.
We purposely. The funny thing is, because you guys,
I was recovering from the incident.
Right, you were so we purposely went down there and said, okay, we're gonna go down there and just start doing shots.
Yeah.
And they go shot. So we were sitting at a bar doing shots. I go, all right, everybody ready? And we were pretty shit faced, and we go upstairs and just recorded. And on paper, I think it was my idea. On paper, I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
Nah, probably won't do it again.
Probably drunk podcasting, not a good idea.
No.
Here we go.
Yes, I am.
What can you? Do you want to go into what you're buying?
You're killing me. You really want me to go into that? Okay.
Well, I thought it was interesting. Actually, was shocked because you finally got a pair of balls, right?
Yeah. Actually, 1,000 of them to be exact.
So you're really compensating for something, aren't you?
All right, wait. You know the pit balls that are like they're 3.175 inches around.
Yeah, you know the ones you see it like at McDonald's.
Yeah, outside of McDonald's and things like that. Well,
Dale's had this fantasy for a while. And I when he told me that, I said, okay, I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to know anymore.
I got 3 rooms up in my attic that are just taking up all this kind of space, and there's one that is a step down, about 3 feet down. And the walls go up at a 45-degree angle.
So basically, you call it the step down room. So when people go up there with you, it's a step down.
Yeah, whatever. But this one room is in the back of the house, in the attic rather, up top. And so yes, the one thing that I could fill up that room with is I'm going to start off with 1,000 of those
plastic balls.
Exactly. 1,000 plastic balls, and if that's not enough, I'm going to order 2,000 more.
What are you going to do with these? What's the game plan?
Hey, that's just my playing around in the attic. So there you go.
Playing by yourself?
No. That's just
Does Ken? Well, I guess Ken, your roommate.
No, that's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. So never mind.
Does he know about?
Have you talked to Ken about this?
It's not.
You're not gonna film this and put it on the internet, are you?
No. All this is done in the privacy of my home. Thank you very much.
All right. So who's gonna be it? Do you want to give names or no? You want?
No. We're not gonna give out any names.
But you definitely have some blue balls, though, right?
I think some of them are blue. Yes. And
now,
green and yellow.
Now, how much does 1,000 plastic balls cost?
I believe it's $115, something like that.
Wow. What about shipping?
Yeah, I'm getting reamed on the shipping, so oh well. That's all right though.
Now, what do they come in, a big box or a big bag?
I'm sure they come in a big box. I'm sure it's not one at a time through the mail.
Is there padding in the balls?
No, they're the hollow.
No, but are they shipped in a box with no padding?
I have no idea.
Those little peanuts around it.
I have no idea.
You haven't got them yet?
I haven't got them yet. I just paid for them yesterday, so I'm sure I'll get them in 4 to 5 days.
We thought you paid for them on the plane.
No, I put a bid on eBay, and then of course nobody's going to bid against me for 1,000 plastic balls. So
what was the opening bid? Like 35 cents, but you said no, $115. I got them. I got those balls.
$98.99.
Are you playing that AC/DC song in the background?
Yeah.
Who's got the biggest balls of them all?
Yeah, so it ended up being, you want to see what happened when you did get those balls finally?
Yeah, it wasn't the angle of the room went up too much at an angle, and I didn't do the square footage by depth. I only went 12 by 10 by whatever, or 12 by 10, and I didn't factor in the 3.5, 4 feet depth. So 1,000 was way too short, and by the time it's all said and done, it needed more like 20,000 or something.
So did you pick up all the balls? The 1,000? You had 1,000 balls.
No, I donated those. Remember?
I know, but you poured the balls out.
Right,
and so you had to pick up 1,000. Did a stray ball? Is there a stray ball in your attic? So sometimes you go up there and go.
I don't think so. Well, I think I got. I think I got.
What could have been? What could have been? I mean, there could be a ball.
No, it literally just made like a 3-inch covered the floor, and that was that's
it's like
really,
a dusting when it's.
Yeah, that's really not enough, is there? So, yeah, can't dive into that. So
now you have no balls.
Correct.
See that?
Donate them. All right, this email here is hear from you or hear you sometime, hopefully soon, Dale. Married Man Show team, Dale, gonna miss you, bud. Wish you could find a way to hang around a little more. Maybe do the Skype thing like Jay does. Maybe a weekly phone call or email. Hope you can come on maybe a little more than it sounded like in the last podcast, but I and hopefully the loyal listeners respect and understand your decision. Would say more, but just saw that you guys are recording tonight. Maybe I will when we learn of the next guest appearance of the Dale. Take care, bud. You will be missed. Long-time listener.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at that. The naughty Catholic said, "Why did Jay just put a pillow over his lap? Is he hiding something?"
It was my dancing earlier.
It was a dancing.
Got him on. I'll tell you, man. I'll take it anywhere I can get it.
That dancing brought something out of me. I don't know.
Let's cross the
Maybe
stream.
feel
You need to go take a cold shower, Jay.
That's funny.
Long-time listeners sometimes email antagonize. I remember the fire ant incidents you had a few years back. Oh, that's right, the fire ants.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I wrote an email as the general fire ant explaining his tactics and
I
attacking.
burned my arm pretty good on that one.
That was
too.
bleach, right? No,
What?
gas. It was gas on that.
Gasoline. Yeah.
Bleach was the poison ivy.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, see that kind of finally all grew back. So that's good.
That's good. Matt in Chicago. P.S. Jack, looks like you may have to go a little more on the dark side now that Dale's leaving a gaping hole. Phrasing in the podcast. It's an explicit podcast, and I catch Jay saying poop from time to time instead of shit. So I don't think that's going to change anytime soon with him. I kid, Jay. But it's true. Well, I have a kid now. I'm trying to curtail the curse.
You know, I get in trouble by your mom all the time because we watch Zach and sometimes I go, "Ah, fuck," and I go, your mom goes, I go, like he's not going to learn it from his parents.
Well, so I'm trying to curtail it back. Colleen's kind of like, fuck you, but I'm trying to.
Well, she's from New York. That's
the language
just up there,
that's
isn't it?
the language of her people.
Yeah.
But
to be fair, I am working on it.
Because he mimics so well now.
Well, it's funny. The funny thing, people about when they would we talk to them like Comic-Con and stuff like that, they go, they listen to the Married Man podcast, and of course that's the only one where, and even the last one, we wouldn't even say douche on it. They go, that must have been hard for you guys not to swear and not to. No, it just was. You just different mode, just getting different feel. But this show was just like, fuck it, let's say whatever we want. I don't care.
Let's cut loose.
We did cut back. There was a few times we did go back and edit something out. We probably should.
Well, trust me, I have a few clips in here that maybe we're pushing the boundaries of our show. So just give it
pancakes.
Maybe. But before we get to that,
I remember that episode. That one still sticks out in my head. I was just, my God, there's some shit on there I never even heard of before,
which shocked me.
But well, let's say that before we get to that. This next clip, I believe, actually had to go and like reconstruct. So there was Dale for the longest time bragged about this porno that he filmed. And we're trying to find the footage from it, and we actually did eventually find the footage. And that clip that we had, I lost for a long time, but I found it today. Found it in an old hard drive, but the music was on, so I had to reconstruct it.
The podcast gold.
Well, the thing is, like, finding these clips, like, you have to listen to hours and hours of footage to try and find.
We recorded. It was a great pod. I think it's
the lost episode.
People think I'm just saying it.
The lost episode.
One of the best podcasts we ever recorded. I couldn't wait for people.
We found the one after that episode.
I know, but I couldn't wait for people to hear it.
Yeah.
Whatever it just disappeared.
Dale's audio was dropped out of it, so you couldn't hear Dale. Oh, yeah. That was the problem.
That was why it was the best podcast ever. I kid.
Hey, baby. I'm here to take you on this date.
Ooh, do you bring all your dates to the secluded cabin in the woods?
That's right, baby. It's how I like to roll.
Ooh, how
I like to rock and roll.
Really?
I like to rock and roll all day. In my sweet yellow van.
Wow.
Shag carpet in the back, baby.
That's a really big hood.
I took special vitamins, baby.
Oh, Dale Vanderschlag. Wow.
That's right. Vander Long Shalom.
Oh, okay. I want to kiss you, but your ears are blocking my way.
All right.
Stop touching my nipples.
And
I forgot about that one.
So that was one take that we found. There was another take that we found as well. This was the next take from the Dale's porno that we found. Lost porno.
Hi, baby. This is place I'm taking you tonight.
Wow, do you take all your dates to this secluded cabin in the woods?
That's right, baby. And I never clean the carpets.
Wow.
It's like cleaving all over, baby.
Wow.
By the way, my last name is Vanderschlong.
Del Vanderschlong.
Vanderlongschlong.
Wow, I didn't realize that 2 inches was so long.
Well, you have to look at it a certain way, certain angle during the light. It's lighting. It's really longer.
Ooh. Then this lighting makes your ears gigantic.
All right, baby, I want to turn on some music here, and let's get to the love making.
Oh, Del Vanderschlong.
That's right, baby.
Will you read me some more of your poetry first?
Oh, trust me, there'll be plenty of time for poetry after this. Oh, yeah, was it good for you, baby?
Is that it?
I get all my loving in 3.5 seconds. That's how I roll.
Well, what about me?
Well, you can just finish yourself. I'm good to go. I'm gonna go ride and get in a car and go drive inside a ferry. Peace
Del
out.
Vanderschlong, you jerk.
All right.
Oh my god.
That's when you cared about the podcast and actually were creative.
Yeah, yeah.
You stopped being creative.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Oh my god.
That was fun. And we would never tell Del that we were doing things like that.
No, we'd surprise him. Good times. All right, we have another phone call here. I think the last phone call that we have. So let's go ahead and play it.
Dear Mr. Taffy, just wanted to call and wish you well. Thank you for all the years of service you've put into the Married Man Show. 510-69 Taffy. I don't have my brother's phone number memorized, but I got that. I'll be honest, big guy. When I first heard your laugh, it drove me a little nuts, and over the years, it either made me deaf, so it didn't bother me, or I just got used to it. But Warm Taffy, I absolutely grew to love it, and boy, you know, I feel like if I were to sit down with you, we could just sit down and have a conversation. I think all the listeners feel like we know you so well, and you know, I think my absolute favorite thing has just been getting to see your life, you know, turn around, and you know, meaning that in a great way, to see you meet Kimmy, and it just seems like you're so happy now, and that has absolutely been great to see. But hoping you and Kimmy have a great future. Looking forward to some updates in the future. And just as a side note, I'd like to say, God damn it, I absolutely thought that Saltwater Taffy would have been made in Salt Lake City, Utah as well. So, Dale, I wish you luck in the future. Thanks for all the great episodes you've given us, and have a great one. Thank you. Bye.
All right, that was nice. Who was that?
I don't know if they said the name.
Oh wow,
I didn't hear the name. No.
Yeah, I just went straight into Dear
Okay,
Warm Taffy.
that was very nice sentiments. Thank you.
Yes. This next clip here, I believe, is. Well, let's just get into it.
Well, before we go on, we actually have a question on our Twitter page.
Ooh.
On Married Man Show.
Ooh.
What's it at twitter.com, Married Man Show? Whatever it is. It's Doug Floss. What do you do when your girlfriend is so shy to talk to you? I'm trying to talk to her, but she won't communicate. What do you do? How do you get your girlfriend out of the shyness? Is that just something he's going to have to live with?
A couple of hand signals, you know, you take your fist, kind of clench it up to your mouth, and then you just kind of move your tongue back and forth. Come on, baby. That blowjob action.
That's going to get her over her shyness.
Well, you know, if she's not talking anyways, you might as well, you know, put her mouth to use.
How about maybe...
I think the women out there are totally hating my guts today.
You want to show it that?
Wow. Well, I don't know if I can do it anymore. No.
Come on.
I used to be able to do it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. This next one is the infamous Sasquatch story.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at
that I got.
So that.
Fuck off.
All right, this one's titled "Female Orgasm." Something
Oh.
Dale has never seen. Might as well be Sasquatch.
It's like a Bigfoot. It's like it's not there.
Yeah, it's exactly.
It's a myth.
It's a myth to Dale.
Okay. Hey, as long as Dale's happy, right? That's
I was just thinking female Sasquatch orgasm. That was just scary.
okay. I got a question. Quick.
Faith listens to the show.
I got a quick.
Dude. Not cool. Not
That was
cool.
wrong.
That was.
I do have a quick.
was-
It's not true. I'm just teasing. Lighten up.
I do have a
Francis.
quick question for you. You're a horny bastard, right, Dale? Would you?
Yes, I
question? Okay, if there was a Sasquatch, so there would have to be a female Sasquatch. Would you, if you were in the woods somewhere and it'd be an odd place, right, for a blowjob, if female Sasquatch came up to you and said, which meant I'll give you a blowjob.
Yeah.
Would you let the female Sasquatch? If you're,
No, I'm thinking
it's a whole
with
thing
that,
like a
with
tree
that
falls.
hand strength. This should rip it right off my body.
I'm thinking it's the whole.
I need that.
A tree falls in a forest, right? Does it make a sound? So you're alone in the woods. No one's gonna know.
No, that would be too scary.
So you wouldn't do a female
I would do
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, no.
There you go. So Dale wouldn't fuck the Sasquatch.
But was that I still think we need the lie detector. I mean, come on. When push came to shove, he said, "Look, you're alone in the woods."
I would think about it. I mean,
Okay,
now,
all that.
if there's no humans left on the earth, well, then, you got to do what you got to do.
Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
So these are the last two clips that I have, and they're both probably some of the more cringe-inducing clips. So I think are a good way to send it off here from
Oh
the
my
third
gosh.
season of the Married Man Show. Here we go.
Answer. Why the rest of us were podcasting.
Even preparing it in the ice cold freezer and trying it out in the bathroom. You know how your tongue kind of gets stuck to a pole?
Oh my god!
Well,
It's a Christmas story all over again.
except it's
It could be
in your ass. So, ow!
Oh my!
Stop!
So this could be the
doctor,
new,
help
this
me.
could be the new classic. They play 24 hours on TBS.
Can you just imagine that? Just
Dale's
ripping
18-inch
the-
dildo.
your rectum a new one.
Oh my god!
Okay, he should
Oh,
try
I'm
out.
having trouble sitting down. Now.
He should try out a Boston pancake. Urban Dictionary defines a Boston pancake as when a lover defecates on another lover's chest. with with permission.
Okay. Go ahead, shit on my chest.
And then
How's that a turn on to people?
and then pats that down the feces with his buttocks, his buttocks. I got shot in the buttocks.
Something bit me.
Pats it down with his buttocks to make it into a flat surface. Then the man ejaculates on the feces,
my God.
which acts as syrup. Oh
my God.
and then it just says down here.
Why is it called Boston pancake?
Yeah,
Is it like a Boston cream
that
pie?
guy gave one hell of a Boston pancake to that bitch.
I wouldn't do that. I don't think you. I don't know, Jay. I don't really want to know, but
No,
So-
God,
Did-
why?
did we
The
lose?
the cleanup alone on that would be.
Now, you know what? I'm thinking the PS sounds like a good first date.
You want to go to the?
You may never see this woman again, but that's one hell of a
Okay.
first date.
I'm telling you, maybe after hearing that PS, maybe IHOP.
I like to get the chocolate pancakes, please, with custard.
Well, they have different kinds of syrup there, so you know.
Oh, my glasses are all fogged up. I can't see.
So yeah, IHOP would be a good place. I know.
Oh man, the Boston
Oh,
pancake.
Man,
that,
I think that got some of the most feedback.
Oh yeah, I got
Oh, yeah,
some of the
there
most
were people-
I mean,
angry-
Scott in
commenting.
Arizona had probably the
Scott
email.
from Arizona is probably the from as far as advice goes.
People actually got angry with that one.
Yeah,
But that one, we lost people with that one. I think we gained people with that one. I think some people said, "I can't listen to you guys anymore after that."
yeah.
So, but we didn't have
Very controversial.
that was an email. That was an email from. That was an email from.
That was an email. Yeah, somebody. That was a PS in one of the
Right.
things there.
So there.
So and that led to a lot of gross things
Yeah.
after. There's a
Oh.
gross streak.
But you know, it's funny.
After
Most
that.
of them were sent by women.
That's
That's what people are saying. How can you play this and there were women listening? I go, It's women that are one that are singing it.
Let's see here. Some comments. Now there was a couple moments that we couldn't find the quotes for. One favorite was, I think Scott Eric said it was, "You want to go bumper cars? You want to go bumper cars with me?"
Oh yeah, fucking bumper cars. I still
He
get
says
people
he
that cut
uses
me
that
off,
now.
and now I'm in a nicer truck, so I don't feel obligated to trade paint with them. But you know, it's still.
Do you want to go bumper cars with me? Do you want to go bumper cars?
All right. Yeah.
Another one was not on the podcast, but Jalen, one of her favorite memory was when it was during one of the charity podcasts, and Dale had to do an ice cut, and while he did the ice cut, he wrote out tits on the ice cutting.
Which
into the ice.
I said, he was driving an Olympia,
Yeah,
which is a box with wheels.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's not mobile at all.
Uh-huh.
So that was the Zamboni
pretty
would
good.
be, you could do it in cursive,
yeah,
but to do it with the Olympia was talent.
yeah. So it was that was her favorite moment. I think
That is
that
funny.
everybody just cracked up laughing. I remember that one. That was
Because we
pretty
didn't know what
good.
was going on. We're recording.
Well, I was
everyone starts laughing.
I was wanting all the women upstairs to show me their tits, and I figured, well, if I spell it out, maybe they'll
I go, what
they'll
the hell is he?
accommodate
I go,
me.
and because you see people laughing, oh my god. So I left whoever we were talking to and went and said, oh my god, he wrote tits.
It was impressive, very impressive. All right, this last clip, I still think is the most cringe-inducing in the history of the Married Man Show.
It's the Q-tip one.
It's the Q-tip one. So be
yeah.
forewarned.
I
yeah.
can't look at Q-tips. To this day, I go,
Oh.
Jay, I guess this. You don't want to call home.
Wait a minute. Just think if that was a skinny finger and going the other way with it. Oh, like kind of like what? Come on.
Oh, really?
Oh, you've never done that with a Q-tip?
No! Ah,
Is that just me? You know the long ones that are on a man. Well, at the free clinic, I had to do it. That's what the doctor did. You know.
Oh, mother of God!
I think the nurses like doing that to you just to see your reaction.
Yes, and I think Dale is the most sensitive guy
Oh my God.
I know.
After the first couple of times, you know, you get used to it.
Oh my God!
It's just making me like,
You know, the long Q-tips on a stick.
No.
The stick is 12 inches long. Hey, that's my prostate you're hitting.
Oh, God, man.
Oh
Wait.
yeah.
Hit it a little harder. Oh, there you go. That's the ticket.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Well, now that all men have turned off the show.
yeah, worst moment. I just like said, I can't. Have you Q-tip lately?
No.
And Vicus here, always a contributor to the show, always calling and stuff like that, sent us an old song.
Is there a bigger fan of pussy than our man Dale? He'll suck on any hoo-ha, even if it's stale. I wonder who's the next unlucky girl that he will get to nail. Just make sure that she's legal, or else you'll go to jail. But it's not just the pussy, and that's what makes Taffy super. He'll even take a double-sided dildo up his smelly pooper. If your gutters got clogged, would you hire him as your freaking roofer? Say hey, say ho, say Taffy is our bro. Say who, say how, say Taffy unclasp my bra. Say ho, say hey, hooray for Warm Taffy. Oh yeah, it's Taffy. Warm. Is there a bigger fan of pussy than our man Dale? He'll suck on any hoo-ha, even if it's stale. I wonder who's the next unlucky girl that he will get to nail. Just make sure that she's legal, or else you'll go to... But it's not just the pussy, and that's what makes Taffy super. He'll even take a double-sided dildo up his smelly pooper. If your gutters got clogged, would you hire him as your freaking roofer? Say hey, say ho, say Taffy is our bro. Say who, say ha, say Taffy unclasp my bra. Say ho, say hey, hooray for Warm Taffy. Oh yeah, it's Taffy. Warm Taffy. Warm, sticky, gooey Taffy. Penn State. Is there a bigger fan of pussy than our man Dale? He'll suck on any hoo-ha, even if it's stale. I wonder who's the next unlucky girl that he will get to nail. Just make sure that she's legal, or else you'll go to jail. But it's not just the pussy, and that's what makes Taffy super. He'll even take a double-sided dildo up his smelly pooper. If your gutters got clogged, would you hire him as your freaking roofer? Say hey, say ho, say Taffy is our bro.
Good times. Good
Turn the
times.
mics back on. But yes. So but I guess the last segment of the show before we get to our final thoughts, we have 6 questions, a final 6 questions from I think 3 people.
3 people that
so
we've
it's gonna be a
been-
super
We
showdown.
haven't recorded. We had trouble.
Yeah.
Getting the scheduling.
But
It's
so
18 questions.
it's 18
Oh, get out.
questions.
I can do it.
It's a final showdown between Jay and Dale.
Do we do them in rounds of 6 and then
I think
split them
best
up?
out of 3, right? Or no?
No, best out of
Best
3.
out of 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so
like that.
What if it ends in a tie?
Yeah, because
can't
he
end a tie
might
if
go
it's 3.
5-1, and then I've got no way of catching up or something.
Yeah, so it's 3. Yeah.
I'm just thinking of Jay because I don't want to like roll over him like I did last week.
Oh! All right, motherfucker. All right.
So groups of 3 or groups of 6.
Can you guys see the monitor?
No.
What, this monitor?
You're not streaming it, right? You
No.
can't. So I'm gonna hold the number up to people.
Oh, okay.
And show, so it's a number between.
No, I swear to God, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not.
It's a number between 1 and 100. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Jay.
100. 51. Why are you shaking your head, motherfucker?
I was looking at the thing.
50.
The number is 36.
Damn it!
Because he shook his head no, so I go. I'm not going to go high. I'm going to go low.
Didn't shake my head, sissy.
All right.
People wonder why I have trouble reading my writing when I'm.
Should I go first?
Do you have the questions, by the way, or do you have to read them off my computer?
All right. I will go first.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll move over.
Or maybe I shouldn't go first. No, I'll go first.
Boo. 6 questions for Dale.
So in groups of 6, best out of 3, right?
What?
Groups of 6, best out of 3.
Yeah, groups of 6, best out of 3. The final showdown. Let's just say I will negate my mini wins I have over your losses.
This is it.
This decides
This is like national
for all time.
This is like when you get 2 teams playing for the national
Yeah.
championship. The record before means nothing.
Exactly.
World Series,
That's a regular
season
season record.
means nothing. This is regular season since we started this thing.
Yeah.
And this is it.
This is
All
for
right.
all
This is for
the
bragging
beans.
rights.
Bragging rights.
Because the 6 questions for Jay and Dale, this is the last segment we'll ever do of this segment.
All right, this first one is from Tack from Tokyo, one of
Okay.
our special patrons.
Yes.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Action Jackson. And hi, Chip. I had so much fun listening to Jack struggling with the Japanese names that I could not resist sending you a second round of 6 questions.
Oh, boy.
So this will be fun. So here we go. I'll need the closest answer to this one.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you going? Am I going?
I'm already going first.
You're going first. Okay.
Sadaharu O
Oh, fuck.
holds the world lifetime home run record. How many home runs did he have? And I would have probably got this right.
Wait. So all time, like all of baseball, or just Japanese
he
baseball?
All time.
All time. Okay.
He has the all-time home run record. He's the first one to pass Babe Ruth.
Okay.
Sarah, I had said it right the first time. Fuck
All
it.
right.
I'm not going back.
Okay. All right.
All right.
And I'll need the closest answer.
So Dale's got the call here.
796.
796.
I'm gonna say 797.
The correct answer is 868. Jay gets the first
On the
point.
board.
Wait a minute. Just to be, clarify something. What is the outfield fence in Tokyo? Is it like 300 feet?
Well, it was.
Come on. Do they play on a little league field? Come on. Come on.
Obviously, it wasn't major.
868.
It wasn't major league pitching.
All right. I'm just saying. So it's not really a record.
But technically,
That
it's a
counts.
professional baseball league.
All right. Professional baseball played
But
on
to be
a
fair,
little league field.
the Padres had a guy named Randy Bass who hit like 5 homers for the Padres, which Japan hit like 50.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying the pitching was different.
Right. Okay.
But the international baseball has caught up a lot with American baseball. Okay, so question number 2.
Number 2.
What was it again? 868?
868.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of home runs.
That's a lot of home runs.
868 more than I had.
I wonder if he got a lot of pussy.
I'm sure he did.
All right, good.
Do you want to see my? How come that wasn't? on
I
there?
mean,
You want to see my pussy?
How come that wasn't on there?
Dude, listen, this was like, we had 3 days to prepare for this. It took a lot of time. So be thankful.
Anyway, all right, I'll need the closest answer to this one. Question: before he was ejected for arguing balls, it's not bold. Strikes on September 26, 2009. Hachiro Saki, what's his name? Hachiro Suzuki was on streak.
Ichiro
Suzuki, whatever his name. Ichiro.
Ichiro
Ichiro Cheerios. Come on, right. Eat your own. I like that. Eat your own Cheerios.
Smith.
Okay.
Was on a streak of not going hitless in consecutive games. How many games was that?
My guess here, closest to?
Closest to.
Shit. Wait, has it hit in games?
It says was on a streak of not going hitless in consecutive games.
Okay.
How many games was that?
So how many games in a row did he get?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 40.
This isn't the. This is
It's not the.
No, this isn't the Seattle Mariner player. It can't.
Oh,
it can't be. It can't be.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought we were talking about Ichiro.
It is Ichiro.
Was it different
Suzuki.
Ichiro?
Suzuki.
But it's not his name. Isn't that Ichiro Suzuki?
No. What is the same?
They make pretty good motorcycles.
All right. So then it's 60 then.
60. Dale Vandersloot.
60 games.
60 games.
Remember, this is Japanese, right?
Japanese.
Yeah.
Playing in a Little League field.
Fuck. But it's not the same guy that got the homers, right?
No.
No, I'm just saying.
That was Tadahara O.
Well, of course.
You never heard of him?
All right, I'll just go. Fuck it. I'll go 61.
The correct answer is 180.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
See, that's an entire fucking season. Come on.
180.
Wow. Okay.
And what's the lesson we've learned here?
Don't argue with the ref.
Don't argue with the ref, and don't argue with the umpire. It's not going to change the call, and all you did was get thrown out.
All right.
1-1.
All right, come on. You gotta be quicker than this, Jack, because we're gonna be here all night.
I'm scaling up here. Okay, just for the record is 190 by Doc Kramer, 1934 to 1935.
In Japan?
Well, I guess Japan. Yeah.
Easiest place to hit in the world, apparently.
I guess I could have been a 400 hitter. I'd be Ted Williams of Japan. Let's see. Question 3. God, are you kidding me with these names? Let's see.
Just do it.
I'll need the closest answer. Toshiya Shinho was the first Japanese-born player to appear in the World Series in 2002 with the San Francisco Giants. How many hits did he have in the World Series?
Closest to?
Closest to.
Oh, here.
Closest to. You're saying I need to hurry up.
I know.
7.
7 hits.
6.
The correct answer is 1.
Yes.
Fuck.
Well done, Shihaw. That's one more than all of us.
Oh, man.
That's for Jay, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, man, you needed that one, Dale.
I know I needed that one.
Should have guessed lower and put more
That's
pressure
what I
on.
was
I would have
thinking,
gone
but-
like 3, so he
but
would go. Like
You made it
4
sound
or
like
2.
he was somebody
But you go 7.
worth a damn. I'm like, whatever.
He hit how many hits? How many hits do you have in the World Series? All right, you lose. On let's see. Okay, I need a close answer. On June 26, 2010, the world's largest toast took place in Jingha Stadium. How many people raised their glasses and shouted, "Kapia! Kapia!"
I'm gonna say.
I know I'm probably saying that wrong.
I'm gonna say 50,000.
50,000.
50,000.
Say 50,001.
The correct answer is 27,126 people.
What?
Yes.
And you know what the answer? Yes, is what they said yesterday. Yes, so
They're fucking playing at a. They are playing at a little league field. Holy fucking shit! It only seats 24,000 people. Come on.
all right, I'll need the correct answer on this one. Who's the question to?
Dale.
Dale.
Me.
So what's the score right now?
3 to
3 to
1.
1.
You have
3 to
to
1.
get this to have any chance.
Yeah.
Who was the most famous classmate of Yoko Ono while she was still studying in Tokyo's Gachishun University. Gashuan. It's probably Gashuan. I think I got that right then. Gashuan University. Gashuan University.
Where's that university located?
I'm guessing it's in Tokyo. Studying Tokyo's Gashuan University. Gashuan
Matsumoto.
University.
I don't know.
Masamoto.
Matsumoto. Well, do you know who the fuck it is?
I don't need to know because I know you got it wrong. So I'm going to say George Harrison.
It is George Harrison. No, the current emperor, who is Masamoto.
He got it?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I know who the current emperor is.
But I was closer.
How were you closer? You know what? He said someone Japanese. You didn't.
That's right. So I get a point.
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, that works.
Oh, this is fucking bullshit. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Get it?
That's
Oh,
closer.
fuck that.
Closest to.
Oh, closest to. You didn't say closest to
don't try to-
beforehand.
Don't try to cry.
It's Dale's last show.
Oh,
That's right.
fuck. We're just
Give me
gonna
the
fucking
benefit
give it
of the
to
doubt.
him?
Yeah. Yes.
Hey, am I blocking? Am I blocking everyone by moving the thing?
No, the camera's right.
No.
They should still be able to see.
Okay.
What? You still get the camera right there. What's on
Right.
there? Knucklehead. Can you see us?
Oh, I can see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So it's 3-2. It's
Son of a
back,
bitch.
back to Jay now.
Before it was absorbed by.
people in the audience. What do you think? Because I think it's fucking bullshit. but
Come
whatever.
on. Come on.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
Give it to me.
Give it
Fucking
to me.
A.
Before it was absorbed by Takamashi, a construction company by the Congo Gumby claimed to be the oldest ongoing independent company. When was that company created? I need the closest answer to this. When was this company created? And this is for the tie. But there's a bonus question. So if
I get this, I win this round.
you win it.
So what's the question again? Because like you're
before it was aborted.
Aborted. Absorbed?
Absorbed.
Big difference. Abort. No, I'm absorbing your energy.
Before it was absorbed by Takamashu.
Just sure.
Well, you said before I was butchering.
Japanese company. Okay.
A construction company, the Congo Gumby. Gumby claimed that going to be the oldest ongoing independent company. When was this company created?
Closest to?
1000.
1000
AD.
1000 AD.
I'll go 1001.
So close, Taffy. 568 AD.
Fuck me.
Oh, won the round anyway, folks.
So what kind of company are they making? What the fuck are they making back
I
then?
don't. They made fireworks or some shit. I don't know. All right.
568 AD. That's some bullshit.
Bonus
Okay.
question, just to throw it out there. How is Ronald McDonald called in Japan?
I don't know.
Donald McDonald, because of the lack of a clear R sound in Japan.
Okay.
Japanese.
All right. So I won round one. Round two.
One. All right.
Thanks for that, Tack.
All right. Another number. Pick another number.
Yep.
I hope we did very well on that. Okay, this one's from JP.
All right. You gotta pick a number.
Another number.
Oh, that's right. Forgot. God, that print is so small though.
I'll go first.
Wait, he hasn't picked the number yet.
All right, this is between 1 and.
Oh, you picked the number first.
1 and 600.
173.
174.
The correct answer is 1.
I saw him just do a little low digit magic, but I didn't want to go too low and make it obvious, so I figured I will.
JP?
I will. Wait a minute. I will defer.
Oh, okay. All right. He has to win this.
I don't want to put pressure on
It
you.
worked for Belichick. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, fuck the Patriots.
Okay, so you not putting pressure on you, Dale, but you have to win this one for the last question.
Yeah.
Have to won't mean anything.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I get first.
In the comic strip, Little Orphan Annie, adopted father is Danny Warbucks. What was Danny Warbucks' first name? I need the correct answer.
Daniel. I said Daniel.
I heard you.
Is that right or wrong?
It is wrong.
Okay, thanks. That was Fatty Warbucks. Danny Warbucks?
Danny Warbucks. You ever had
I've never seen the movie. I never.
You've never seen Oliver?
Are you fucking serious?
What?
He wasn't even listening.
I wasn't
When
listening.
I said,
Gave you the answer.
when I said Oliver.
Scott, shut the fuck up.
What?
Just gave you the answer.
Oh,
Just say
Oliver?
it.
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
It is
Oh,
Oliver.
motherfucker. Fucking bullshit.
I'm so lucky.
All right, so Dale, you're up next. What movie based on Neil Simon's play features Walter Matthau and George Burns portraying vaudeville comedians? The film also features Burns making a rare appearance not wearing a toupee.
And Walter Matthau?
Walter Matthau and George Burns.
Jeez, that's going back a ways.
It's going to be bright, bright, bright.
I don't know. Sunshiny Day. I don't know.
Is that it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was singing it, but it's not it.
Scarborough Fair.
Sunshine Boys.
Oh, that's close.
I was trying to give you guys a hint.
I thought that was
All
a
right.
sunshiny day. That was
It's bright, bright.
All right, my question.
Okay, what organization was Cy Sperling not the president, but also not only the president, but also a member?
Cy Burling.
Cy Sperling.
What?
Not just the president, but also a member.
What company?
Yeah.
Spalding Sports Equipment.
No.
Hair Club for Men.
There you go.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that was the fucking.
I knew that. No, I knew that from the way he said it. I'm not just a president, but I'm not just a
also
member.
A member.
Oh,
He said it in the beginning play. I'm not just
I repeated.
I'm
That's
also
right.
a member.
That's
The
right.
stupid ass fucking commercials for like
That's
20 years.
right.
I'm not just a.
That's
I'm also a
right.
member.
Yeah, I'm not just the Hair Club president.
Damn it.
I'm also a member.
I'm noticing a theme here, JP. In what year did the bald eagle become the national emblem of the United States? Closest answer.
Win. Okay.
Oh,
And Dell's leading 2-0 on this.
damn! I don't know this.
Closest
Bald
answer.
eagle.
The bald eagle. So we've had Hair Club for Men, Daddy Warbucks, and
George
George
Burns.
Burns not wearing a toupee.
Gracie.
1790.
1790.
Jay?
I feel like it's after that. I'm gonna say 1791.
The correct answer is 1782.
Son of a man!
Woo! On the board with 3-1. 3-1.
3-0. Jay can't win this.
Oh, Jay can't
Let's
win.
just finish the questions anyway.
Yep.
All right.
I'm sure this has some bald thing to it, which is not a nickname for women's clean-shaved vagina. Hardwood floor, landing strip, bald beaver, plain taco, bald biscuit box.
Which one is not a
Which
name?
one is not a name?
Give me the
for-
names again, because I just like to hear them.
Okay. Clean-shaved vagina, hardwood floor, landing strip, bald beaver, plain taco, bald biscuit box.
Is it my question?
Yeah.
So fully shaved.
Fully shaved.
So then landing strip, because landing strip is like leaving some of the pube there.
And the correct answer is landing strip.
Yeah.
Trick question.
Very good. Okay. Who Loves You, Baby? Portrayed by Telly Savalas Kojak, ran from CBS from 1973 to 1978. What was Kojak's first name? And for the record, for you kids playing at home, Kojak was bald.
Okay.
To finish out JP's bald questions. It doesn't matter. You've already.
I know, but I want to get it right. But I'm trying to remember Kojak when I used to watch it. So
Who Loves You, Baby?
Yeah.
He had a Tootsie Pop.
Yeah.
You ever see Kojak, Jay? You never saw Kojak?
I'll go
Why
with
did you see Kojak?
I'll go with Ryan. I don't know.
Ryan Kojak.
It doesn't sound good, but I don't know. That's why
I'm
they
gonna
just call him by
say
his last name.
Since I've lost already, I'm gonna say Brian Kojak.
Theodore.
Oh, Theodore. Okay.
Oh
Theo
god.
Kojak.
All right. Last round
Yeah, I wouldn't be called Theodore all the time.
for everything.
All
This
right.
decides it for all time.
All right. Another number
And I get to pick first, I guess.
of the numbers. Yep.
And the 6 questions are from Vicus.
All right.
Okay, that's
Oh,
that's
Lord.
only fitting. I gotta pay attention to What you fucking writing over there?
Between one and what?
I'm not saying it.
The fuck? Doesn't have to be a quadruple digit number.
Number between 1 and 1,000. This is for the game. This is for all time. Because we don't know if you want to keep this segment on, do you?
No, I don't think so.
Come
no.
on.
500.
501.
The correct answer was 3.
What a
Oh!
Told you when I faked writing.
yeah.
Okay, here's the
writing
thing.
Bastard.
In honor of Dale's last episode, I will defer.
All right, this one we will need the closest answer.
Okay.
What year was Bruce Springsteen born? And there's no ball theme on this one.
Born.
What year?
Hang on.
What year was Bruce Springsteen born?
Shut up.
What year?
Is it closest to?
Closest
Okay.
to what year?
Be quiet. I'm trying to think.
And we'll find out.
Staring at, what is it?
We'll find out after this commercial break.
19.
Fuck. The boss.
19.
Bruce Springsteen. The boss.
Shut up. 1948. I think it went back too far. Fuck it. 1948.
Correct answer. Closest answer? Well,
Well, I don't know.
We'll find out after the break.
What?
I was guessing like 49, so I'm gonna say 1949.
The correct answer is 1949.
Oh, yes!
You really need to get that one.
Damn.
You got to concentrate, Dale.
Well, I was trying to.
He was close.
I was
There's only
doing the
one out.
math. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
All right, my question.
I need the correct answer on this one.
Okay.
Fashion company Hugo Boss is based out of what country?
Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss.
Russia?
Germany.
Germany is the correct answer.
God, I'm so smart.
Well, sometimes I got to stretch.
Your German heritage.
That's
shining
good because
through
I
there.
got.
My 13%. Hey!
Well, with Hugo, I was gonna go Italy, so I'm kind of glad he. I'm not saying he helped me out on there,
You're
but
gonna go fucking Italy.
I was.
I guess it's still the axis of evil. I guess technically you're so
Yeah,
close.
1-1. 1-1.
Okay, this one is the closest answer. How many seasons was the hit show? I just threw in hit show. Who's the boss on 4? Tony Danza.
It's his question, right?
No, it's yours.
Tony Danza and what's the girl's name?
8 years.
Oh wait,
8 seasons.
maybe it is my year. You deferred. 1-1.
Hugo Boss was my question.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's right. So
Dale.
So it is.
So
Dale's
it is
question.
mine.
Expunge the 8 years from the record. You can pick.
I'll go 8 years.
Jay.
9 years.
It is 8 years.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
Jay, it's your question.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, talking about just fucking
You're like-
yourself over.
You're like the Chargers.
You were just like bending over, grabbing onto that dildo, and just going, "Oh, I just fucked myself. I'm fucking myself over."
You're like the Patriots going 18-0 and losing to the losing to the
that later on.
and losing to the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
That's my wife's mic, by the way.
oh,
Okay. How many seasons? You sure you want to leave? You sure you want to leave? You could have recorded this at home. How many seasons did the Tony? And this is for Jay. How many seasons did the Tony Danza show last?
Wait, what?
How many seasons did the Tony Danza
What the
show
fuck
last?
is the Tony Danza show?
It's a show about Tony Danza.
About Tony Danza?
Well, I guess he had a show.
he did a spin-off after the other thing ended.
1 season.
I'll go 2.
The correct answer is 2.
No! No! Do I have no way of coming back?
On question 5, and if Dale gets this, he's the all-time 6-question
Am I up
champion.
3-1?
You're up 3-1.
So the worst I could do. Oh no, wait, I can still lose in the
It's
bonus
tie.
question, huh?
Well, we'll have to find a bonus question.
All
I'll,
right.
I'll have to make one up.
No, or we're just gonna end it a tie.
No.
I want to know that I don't have a chance to lose.
No, we're not having no ties.
No,
in
this
this.
is for
right,
everything.
all
This is
right.
the
Is it my turn?
championship game.
Whose turn is it? It's my turn.
Dale's turn.
Right.
Right, 5?
Yeah, it's my
Yeah,
turn.
so I get the last question. So yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
tell you
your
right now,
turn.
this is going to end in a tie because there's no fucking way either one of you gets this question.
All right.
No fucking way.
Just go.
I mean, Dale was going to win this because there's no way.
Well, let's try.
Okay. Speed skater from Norway was known as the Boss. He won 3 gold medals in the 1994 Winter Olympics. What is his name?
Fucking A.
Did I call it? You guys hadn't heard of Sarahata Ol.
Hold on 1 second.
No. I don't know. Schwer, Sven. I don't know.
So close.
Yeah.
Can you ask the question again?
Oh, fuck you.
My
Come
livelihood
on.
depends on this. Can I ask the question
The
again?
speed skater from Norway was known as the Boss. He won 3 gold medals in 1994 Winter Olympics. What is his name?
Bruce Schwestein.
Jana Olav Koss.
Ah, I was closer.
Dum dum ba bump.
Wah, wah,
Just for shits and giggles, we might as well read the last question.
Sure.
Yes.
That's my question.
in
So
what-
you can lose 3 to 2. 3 to 2.
I think it'd be fun to lose 3 to. In what month? In what? For someone who hates this podcast,
Just take it. Just take
you're
it.
having a lot of fun.
You know you want it.
In what month is Boss Day?
May.
Winter Olympics, I'll say.
Boss Day.
What day is Boss Day? Forget Winter Olympics.
What day?
Oh, yeah, what day
month?
is
What month?
What
Oh.
month is Boss Day?
Well, wouldn't it
Or
the Winter
Boss Month.
Olympics? So I'd say.
No, it's nothing to do with the Winter
Oh,
Olympics.
is this another?
No,
It's just
Oh, Boss Day. Oh, I thought you were
Hey,
talking.
How the fuck are you losing to him? How the fuck are you losing to him? How's that fucking possible?
I don't know. What country is it from? Sing hey. What
Winter-
the fuck?
No Winter Olympics. Winter Olympics. Winter Olympics. Winter Olympics.
Jesus Christ.
No, not Winter Olympics. Oh, Winter Olympics. Is that oh wait, it's a Winter Olympics.
I'll say. August.
Fest.
August.
October.
Oh.
Dale wins the 6th question.
Wow.
Champion, Dale.
Dale, here we go.
Ah, you suck so bad.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
I'm bad at the 6 questions, but that was not your best effort.
Matt has a great comment. Where is saltwater taffy made? Hashtag not a bonus question to ask Dale.
Good one.
Oh man.
You seem to have a lot
Hashtag
of fun
pulling
today-
for
You seem to have a
taffy.
lot of fun today, Dale. You sure you want to call it quits?
Okay, go out on a high note.
All right.
So I guess final thoughts here. I'll say mine, and Dale will leave you the last word. But Dale, this has been a fantastic podcast to do with you. Nearly a decade long.
That's a long time. That's a marriage for some people.
Yeah.
For some people in this room, that would be some kind of record.
But I haven't ever laughed as hard as I've laughed recording these podcasts with you. And I'll definitely miss those times. But at the same time, I think it's a very noble and totally understandable thing. And spending time with Kimmy, I think it's very important. I could only imagine only going to spend 2 afternoons or 2 evenings with my wife. So totally understand where you're coming from. And I think it's the right call. But you will always have a place here. You're always welcome to come back on when you want to, rant and talk about going bumper cars with somebody, or talk about your latest exploit with soggy pizza or an 18-inch double dildo. But we wish you the best, and I think for anything and thank you for everything that you've given to the show over the past decade. So thank you.
Thank you. That was well said. Very nice.
Well, now I got to go
Thank
second.
you.
Yeah.
I got to follow the guy that lost it to Dale.
Jeez. So people call me, bitter, but I thought I was, I shook his hand.
But wait, you did it with you didn't want to. It was a bitter handshake.
Well, I still shook his hand.
That's why you're bitter, because
Fucking cheating over here.
Fucking cheating over here.
now, Dale, you know, when people ask me, they always ask me because we do a lot of podcasts. They go, which one's your favorite? I go, Married Man. Without question, I don't even hesitate. I say Married Man because first, it's not planned. Nothing's planned. We don't know what's going to be said. We don't know. Like, you'll come in and say, I go, what I always say,
Save it for the podcast.
Save it for the podcast. I want to hear it because we want it to be natural. And I think most of the time you guys heard it was just natural, us having a good time, having fun, and hearing those clips over and over again was just a blast. And people were trying to get me to. I've had people tweeting me all week saying, "Hey, you got to convince." I go, "No, he's leaving for good reasons. He wants to spend more time with his girl, and you can't blame him for that." And they're saying, "I go, just our work schedules doesn't work anymore." And and you can't fault you for what you're doing. And like I said, it's sad to see you go. Today was a blast.
Mhm.
We had a blast today.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I think
Listening to some of the old stuff. That was pretty.
I think
good.
for the most part, we always had a good time. We took a lot of the calls with the relationship, as much fun as we had fucking around on the show and making fun of each other. And let's make fun of the bald guy. That's easy to do. But I think we did answer a lot of people's questions the best of our ability. I think a lot of people said they would send us emails saying, "Yeah, you guys helped us, just hearing your guys' issues and stuff like that." I think it was the show kind of had what I wanted to have with it was people that everyone has issues, everyone has problems, and I think we handled it pretty good. But I think we were nominated once for a best in comedy podcast back in 2000. Was it 2000? Well, we were nominated.
Yeah.
But it's been a blast, and like I said, I wish it was going to continue with you on here, but you're always welcome back, and it's not like you're going away. I'll still see you, which is bad news for me, but no,
and you still be a part of the live show, right? After these weeks, yeah.
We've been friends for Jesus, how long? Since
8th grade.
8th grade. So that's a long, because people don't believe it.
No,
I go nuts. It's longer than most marriages. So
there
again,
you go.
So again, you're welcome back anytime. Like I said, if you're a couple months down the road, if you want to join us, you can just anytime just say, "Hey, join us," and because we're going to continue doing the podcast. It'll be different because it won't have the taffy take to it.
You guys will be fine.
No, but it won't be the same. It probably won't be the same. Like I said, it just was I looked forward to recording it because it was just us being natural, we tried different things. We were a little more, daring. The drunk podcast, if I go back in time, I would probably pull that one off the shelf just because, well, I took some crap for that one, but sometimes a married man, we make mistakes, but no, you'll definitely be messed. You'll be messed by the listeners. And I think they showed that today with their, and like I said, I had people telling me, what can I do? And I go, it's a matter of time. There's no time there's only so much time in a day, and it just wasn't going to work.
And our schedules are just so diverse.
Yeah, we work at you and I work at the same place, and it just
at total different times.
It's not going to work. But anyway, thanks for 10 great years.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and thank you to all the listeners, and a lot of what Jack said too. I mean, I have always enjoyed coming to the Married Man podcast and doing that. It's a time to let loose. Cut loose, tell people what I think, and a lot of that, and a lot of that I could use under the persona of Warm Taffy. So then it's like for me, it was like gloves were off, so nothing was off limits, and I think it's made it very, very enjoyable, and the coming across of all three of us together. I mean, we are family, so it's just been a wonderful experience. And I wish the both of you many successes with your Jay and Jack TV, and hope that branches out and takes off for you guys. So, and right. I'll always be close by if you guys need a helping hand. So
nice.
I'm around, but I just can't do it all the time. So yeah. All right. And maybe thanks again to all the listeners and questions over time and everything. And
maybe every 2 months we can
all the support, especially when I was hospitalized. All the wonderful letters and things. I know I wrote back to a few people. I didn't get to everybody, but that really meant a lot.
People were really, really upset and worried about that. I mean, I would get Facebook messages all the time.
Well,
I gave them the best information.
It freaked me out a little bit too, because part of that, when they after the surgeries, they were back to back, and they were like, had me in a wheelchair and stuff, and they were like, well, don't do too much of this motion.
and turn and stuff, and wasn't exactly sure why. But when I'm start leaking spinal fluid, then I figured that out in a hurry. So I'm like, oh yeah, don't do that. But everything kind of turned out, and I'm still mending.
Can I give you my favorite moment of that whole thing?
What's that?
Is when I came in your room.
Oh my god!
And there's a bag of poop.
It wasn't a bag. It was literally a whole freaking 5-foot tube of poop.
Poop and pee, and I go,
yeah, exactly, because they had me.
And then you go, hey, I'm having dinner. You want me to get you something? I go, no, I'm good.
No,
good.
but I'm
good.
like,
but
they left it hanging there.
It was right out in the open. I go,
oh my god, it was so disgusting.
I go, is that what I think it is?
Yeah,
that's my poop.
That's my poop. They had just disconnected me from the poop machine. Oh my god,
I'm just a poop machine.
Yeah, that's when they put a tube down my throat and another one up my ass.
It is amazing because, like I said, you were. To be honest with you, even the doctor said you were lucky to be alive, lucky to be walking again, and you're up moving.
Yeah,
you're up grooving. You're up dancing a few minutes ago, better than I could do.
Turn
Jay on.
It's still working on it.
I felt things.
Yes, felt things you hadn't felt in a long time.
It moved.
Yeah.
Get the pillow.
It's like in school where they get called up.
Can I take my question?
Not now.
Not now. Oh, what's cold? What's cold?
You're gonna get an F if you don't come up here.
On a cold day.
All right.
On a cold day.
I'll take the incomplete. Thank you. Yeah.
This is a long podcast, over 2 hours.
Yeah, over 2 hours here. Longer than Dale has ever lasted, or probably any of us have ever lasted. Come on. Now.
I had to get the last shot here. Come on.
And I think a good final thing here is hopefully I guess people can't see that. Well, I'm going to show it over here. I think it's a good image to send us off. I'll turn it around. Let's see. There we go. And it's somebody posted in our Facebook group, drinks on Warm Taffy one at a time. And it's a Five Guys.
Good.
It's Five Guys.
And we'll post it on the thing here. But
plus, the other funny picture is that one where you said you'd do the 6-minute mile.
Oh, that's right, the 6-minute mile.
And you almost died.
I almost died.
But he like freaking booked it.
You ran.
I ran too
lap.
fast on the first 3/4 of a mile, and after that, I was out of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I can't really do that at all because that jarring motion on my back just.
Yeah.
But at least I thought I said, there's no way you're gonna do like a 20-minute mile. There's
no
way.
The first lap he had is 6-minute mile down. It's just couldn't keep it going.
Couldn't keep the stamina going.
But
see,
go figure.
It's the same
I was only good for 3.5 laps, and then after that, nothing.
After that,
I'm spent.
I'm
spent.
I'm good.
I'm spent. There you go.
I was gonna sit over here.
I'll wait for everybody else to come around, and then I'll finish them all at the same time. Oh, we did wonderful. We did a good job. Good job.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess that is it for the final episode with Warm Taffy.
And the champion, all-time champion.
All-time champion of 6 questions.
Cannot be taken away from you.
I love that.
But
it's like being Neil Armstrong. He's first man on the moon.
There you go.
Yeah, it's true. All right, guys. Well, until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.
Bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
You motherfucker. Arrivederci. All right, bye.